Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. What's going on? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. Oh, sorry. Had a busy few days, so kind of been running all over the place. Kind of tired, but we made it. We alive. We living. What's going on? Welcome in. We got you with the first you. What's going on? Welcome in. How's the week going? Happy Wednesday to those that celebrate. How are you doing? Dust, what's going on? Coming in with the evil first. Dust, how's it going over there? Welcome in. Bluey, what's going on? I see you over there. Gilly, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy birthday. I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks so much for stopping by. What's new? Soggy, what's going on? Welcome in. What's up? What's up? Everybody, be sure to wish your closest Gilly a happy birthday. What's on the docket for the day? You got anything fun planned for the old B day? What did I had my birthday was spread across like 3 nights, so I had pretty good one. Remember I said I was skipping Lino because I can't guarantee her? Listen, Sap Boost, don't skip her. She's cute. She's cool. How you doing? Welcome in. I cannot tell you how happy I was to get her in the free 10 pool, because now I can bankrupt myself for get as many potentials as I can. So yippee. I don't know what it is about gacha games lately though. Why ever since Dust pointed it out, I do feel like someone's out to get me. Between Rin Tosaka, Honkai Star Rail, Suit, and Enfield, and now whatever's coming up in Arknights in the next month, I can't believe it. Also, I think I don't think I mentioned on stream, but I have been kind of mentioning it in Discord. I'm playing Reverse 1999 again. I'm not spending any money on it. I'm literally just going through the story on it, because I have some IRL friends who play it and really like the story. So using it as a way to reconnect them, which is good. It's pretty fun. I'm on like chapter 3 or something. I tried doing this a while ago. I think it was probably like a year ago to the day. But I didn't have the time, and again, I don't have the time, but I'm still trying it again. But I did tell myself, the game's like, hey, welcome back to the game. You know, for just $1 you can get all these rewards, and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna pay a fucking dime. I stopped playing Girls Frontline because that was costing me money. My monthly card's about to expire in Arknights, but I will probably renew that one. I really do not want to be I gotta break these bad habits, okay? I gotta break these bad habits of spending money on gacha games all the time. Granted, we do it for stream, but I think the harsh reality of poor gacha rates with Honkai Star Rail really made me need to reevaluate. So we'll see if that character in regular Arknights makes me change my mind. I don't know. We do have to look at whatever's upcoming. I still have no idea what's coming up this week in regular or tomorrow. I think, isn't it tomorrow? Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about the stuff that's coming. Someone who was it that said, it was either you or Dust, I think, said that there's one thing that I will want, and I'm assuming you don't mean the PC client. So is it a skin? I assume it's a skin. Both? Yeah, okay, you were both talking about it. That's what it was. So maybe we start before retracing our steps. We watch the trailer. That was things for the 3 street freak. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support as always. Tried 718, but Angie kills every enemy. Not the cleanest, but I did it. Are you gonna start trying to do it for like every stage? I want to go look at what 718 is. Isn't that Patriot? Because if so, damn. Having brownies instead of cake. You know what? Good for you. Break those norms. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch your name at the theater. Me? What's tomorrow? Spider-Man? I'm not Spider-Man. It could be Spider-Man. It's a skin. Wood lick. What? Am I gonna like it? I don't even know who could be getting a skin. I can't guess on skins. I feel like a skin's like anyone's fair game. When you guys have gotten my brain spinning around trying to think of what could possibly be coming out, and I'm like, I don't even want to guess, because I want to guess, because I'm gonna say something stupid, or I'm gonna say something that's like so ridiculous but ends up being correct, and I don't know if I'm prepared for either of those. So I'd rather just refrain from guessing altogether. So let's jump into the game. Vendella's staring at me all cute. Look, there she is. So we're jumping back in. We're gonna be continuing retracing our steps in a little bit here. And we left off on quite a cliffhanger, actually. I'm quite disappointed at how we left that story last time. So we're gonna continue making progress today. Very almost a non-zero chance that we finish it. I think we're only like halfway through, maybe. Yeah, so we'll make some progress. We'll probably finish up tomorrow when we get the trailer links. Actually, yeah, do you mind? We'll check those out to start. We'll jump right in with those, yeah, if you don't mind. If you want to send them in Discord, great. If you want to just send them in here, let me know. I'll do exclamation permit. I gotta say though, ever since I changed my my in-game person to be have Vendella as an option, she's been showing up like all the time.
Wow,
did I?
Months. Wow, being a bit. Wow, still working on the shoulder injury. Wow, sad. Wow, have fun with stream today. Wow.
It's so hard to actually hear what's being said between the TTS wows. The tonal difference is absurd. I'm like following along and it's like wow, wow, wow. It's so fun. It's so good. What's up, nerd? Thanks so much for the 37 months. Holy moly, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the continued support. I know things have been rough over there. I hope things are trending up. Thank you again. If we could get a big nerd W in the chat for their kind support. Enjoy your Benny emotes. Enjoy our custom only exclamation Discord. Enjoy that sweet ad-free viewing experience. Alcaptio, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing? Hello. Yeah, I hope I remember it was a while ago that you were talking about that shoulder injury. Man, I hope that gets sorted soon, man. That sucks. We're conditioning a 2-hour PT 3 times a week. 2-hour PT is nuts. When I did do PT for my back, it was an hour like 3 times a week. But yeah, man, not fun at all. Thank you again though. I hope it trends up for you. Both in Discord, thank you so very much. All right, so we got regular trailer. Okay, let's do that first. So again, I don't think I'm all that interested in the story itself. In fact, I can probably almost guarantee I'm not going to be, whatever story it is. I think that's what you guys were all saying. So we got it's called Crossing. I'm just assuming it's one that we're not able to read yet. So I just probably won't care all that much. Okay, Crossing. Is this Sierra Kusano? Shit. It is! Oh. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, I remember that guy. I remember what his name is. Oh, it seems so good. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, that guy. Is he playable now? Design looks cool. I do. He was.
Does this mean I can apply to start an orchestra on Rhodes Island, Doctor?
Rip-Ressa? Oh my god, you kind of look like you reminded me of Iris at the start. Yeah, that guy. Baloney.
Happy to serve.
Dimitri. Oh, that rings a bell. What class are you? Oh, what was that? Yo, that song was that track was really good. Ah! Ride it! Oh! Papyrus! I like both of them. They like TD. Ah! Whoa! What was that? What's up, Castrol? Yo, you look nice. Can we look at all right, we gotta look at those skins again. All right, hold on. All right, riding one. Very nice. Very modest. Very chill. Very on brand. Papyrus, very cute. Very looks like a Blue Archive character. Armpits, thighs. Leiji, the Thunderbringer. Fucking monster hunter. What the hell is this? And she's got a dude. She looks so good. Oh my god. Peak. Incredible. Incredible. We all buying Leijis. We all buying Leijis. All right, rewinding a bit. I remember seeing this guy. We read like 2 story nodes of Suda Kusano during the rerun, and I couldn't keep up. But I always thought he had playable character vibes. So good, good for him. Is he? What class is he? I want to say he's like an executor. Did it say? Bellone. Oh, he's a fighter. Oh, a new 6-star fighter. Okay, that's cool. What's this? This move here makes him look like he's like an ambusher, so he's jumping around. That's cool. Who's the one that reminded me of Iris? Where are you? It must be like the same artist or something. Ripressa. Are you a caster of some kind? She's splash caster or mystic caster? All right. I probably won't pull for him. Maybe like a single 10 pull, because I do want to collect all the characters, but sorry, not at the moment. I will watch the PV though. Let me get that pulled up. Who's pulling for Mr. Bolognese? Pink! Who's that? Who's the Chuny? Yo, Vigil? We got Sir Kusano Yaoi now? Oh my god. Who's this? I can't believe we got Sir Kusano Yaoi. They finished up their Yuri arc and they're like, all right, time for Italian Yaoi. So. All right, seems cool. I'm sure it'll be a good event. Is it a full event or is it a vignette? Do anything for my familia. Cool. The Mafia. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, it's a vignette. Nice. Okay. That's cool. We haven't had a vignette in a while, I don't think. All right, sorry. Let me catch up here. What's up, Wendy? Welcome in. How are you doing? Many things in 1102. Yeah, so that's again, I have a hard time with some of the timeline stuff, but I know Retracing Our Steps is obviously 1101. I'd love to see another fleshed out timeline at some point. It'd be really helpful. I think this new story reader might have it or something. So it's all exercises, no massage or nothing. Yeah, that's how PT is, I think, for the most part. Teach you how to recover. These animals will think twice before crossing me. Yo, that's tough. That's tough. Male Kishi say, oh my god, wait, was I seeing a flash of Cascarus? Was there? There it is. We are buying Leisha, as I said, with like incredible. Rhodes monitor circle is bound to be. Yeah.
Deep breath, Doctor. The scent of roses will put your mind at
I'm good,
ease.
Vendella. Don't worry. Estri lets him redeploy in range if he kills. That's really cool, actually. This dude, a fake ass Italian. His whole ass motif is red, but he named himself Bologna, which is white wine. Wait, he is a fraud, actually. I think it's perfumer, acid drops artist. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Hold on. I can absolutely see E0 acid drop. Yeah. I don't have perfumer altar still. That's so sad. Only Cloudy Spade and Pop Rocks. Yeah. And we don't take opinions from any of them. Uriel will probably try to pod 6. You know, that also makes sense. But I respect Uriel's opinion. I don't respect Cloudy, Spade, or Pop Rock's opinions, though. Sorry. If any of you are here, I'm not sorry. I'd probably build them, but restocking pills, yeah. You guys know what's upcoming, right? Didn't some of you say that future banners are kind of crazy? I'm looking forward to whatever's after, so very exciting. Bro took the last name. Yeah, Dimitri's a pretty cool name actually, but I don't know, Bellone, however you say it, does sound cool. Guys, I keep forgetting to do this. I keep forgetting to finish this. I started this almost a month ago. I don't even know who's on here. I still have to fight the foot. I haven't had the time to do this. I'm still in here. I got a candle. It's the Glaucus one. It's the fucking Glaucus one. I don't even know who Glaucus is. The monthlies are done. No new ones. That's good and bad. I like the free stuff, but good that I don't have to keep on top of it. That just means that we're getting IS7 soon, right? I don't know how long they take. Okay, so we're jumping back into retracing our steps. Last thing that happened, our girl got kablow. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. So I will miss Ratoto so very much. Tragic. Okay, so we did OS4 after, so I think the next one is OS ST2 if I'm not mistaken. Let me get our, actually I shouldn't need it. All right, OS ST2, yeah, so it's interlude. But yeah, everyone's mean. Everyone's getting jumped. Everyone's getting attacked. We had what else happened? We had someone shoot Praminix, and now she's in another Yuri arc with Snow Hunter. We had people causing problems for Silver Ash. It's just a whole problem. I can finish stage 8, so I'm finally ahead. All right, good. Man, I miss Ratotos. I think yeah, literally right here. Al Capto, you told me, wait, can you not see my, oh, am I not clicked into the game? There we go. Al Capto, you told me at the end, thankfully I didn't catch it, but the skip text, which is what shows here, which is very frustrating. The after operation. John and Enya defeat the assassins with Degen Breaker's help and discover a plot to implicate Pale Roaches in the murder of the Saintess. Ratotos draws out hidden spies by pretending to work with Victorians, but dies in an explosion. Why? Insane. So thankfully I didn't notice that. Thankfully I definitely didn't notice it when I was doing the stages. So that was really upsetting. And I think it's a very strange thing that she did that. But it's also not out of character because she did the same thing in Break the Ice. Literally. You guys remember the CG of her sitting in the fire with Silver Ash? That this is fine. So like, yeah. So I guess let's keep it going. A pilgrimage, and Nell, they say. All right. Rest in peace, Ratotos. Anyway, it's Cirrus time. MILF Cirrus. A layer of snow is formed on the withered branch. The rift cloud beast climbs to its tip, squinting in impression of scouting. The Saintess sighs, turning around to look behind her. The huntress following her pauses, her face slightly red from the wind. Oh, I forgot. She looks so nice in her little coat. And we got the little brush buddy thing from Witch Hat Atelier as well. What's good, Vodka? How's it going? Thank you in advance for tomorrow's work entertainment. Enjoy the gym, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, future Vodka. I stole your wife. Don't get mad at me. You can't get mad at me because this is in the future and you can't do anything to defend yourself now. So sucks to suck. Which why I'm questioning if it's real, so reveal the truth. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm worried. Come here. Hey. The breach in the timeline. Did you see the lazy skin? Sorry, I have to. I'm so excited about that one. It's so good. Did you see the lazy skin? Yeah, we just watched the trailer. Can't wait. So good. So, we gotta see if Ratotos is still alive. Hopefully, but if not, it's the rise of Cirrus. All right, Enya. Joanna, you don't need to follow me. I'm very grateful for all that you've done. As I told you, though, the pilgrimage must be completed alone. Strictly speaking, I shouldn't even be talking to you. Well, you got shot. So... Oh, me? Joanna. Alright, she was the pioneer voice. Yeah, I know. I'm not following you. I'm not your guard or your servant. I just happen to be traveling in the same direction. Don't worry, I won't talk to you. If anyone sees us, I'll pretend I don't know you. I won't let danger strike you again. I'll just follow behind. Do you know where I'm going? Wherever you're going, I'm going. That's all I need to know. Look! Cute bear girl discovers that she likes women. Face. What's good, Stormy? Welcome in. How you doing? Bluer shits move off, dude. Again, it's crazy. Rototo's got dealt a really shitty hand this entire arc, unfortunately. I feel really bad because she's a good character and like a pretty considering and nice person, and she just was constantly stuck between the Silver Ashes and Pale Roaches, pulled in either direction. I think that's what forced neutrality gets you. But I'm looking for Yaragander. What? Looking for her? She disappear? I don't know, but disaster will strike Yarag again if she doesn't return. People will lose their lives, and even more will lose their faith. I must return to the Vinebeat Court and consult the tomes. The others must not know for now. And I'll follow you. Don't worry. If anyone's on your tail, I'll chase them away for you. I think the Rift Cloud Beast just saw something. In the direction that the Rift Cloud Beast is looking, the trail to the Vinebeat Court is filled with people dressed in solemn colors. Looks like someone very important just passed away. Bro. Who could it be? You guys can see it from here. Really deserving of the Pinecone but Hunter title. Pinecone, I feel like, has a little bit less brain activity. I think she's got a little bit going in there, but it's still pretty hollow. She didn't die in an avalanche or whatever happened to Monch. No, Monch is alive. Don't worry. She's here. Jump back up since literally the first note. No, Monch is here. Don't worry. I mean, no, she might have got avalanched, but I think she's here. Insane. Who could it be? Anya shakes her head. She cannot help but feel a shiver down her spine, thick though her clothes are. Are you all right, Anya? We'll go slowly around the crowd. Man. Rest in peace. Cute squirrel. She's an auntie. Dark clouds hang low, almost touching the temple's eaves. It's a cold day, even by Yarag's standards, and the north wind seems to penetrate the eyes and spines of the mourners. Family members and clerics gather in the courtyard with heads bowed. People of the Browntail domain have gathered outside to honor and grieve their matriarch who protected Yarag with her life. Does what she go down to do expose the Victorian problem again? Snow falls upon the black umbrellas. One of the Browntail nobles gives the one in hand a little shake and sighs as the snow pours down. So the matriarch's body. They never found it. The fire was too big. They turned over every inch of whatever was left, but found nothing. Well, wasn't it like her jacket or something floated and landed in frickin' Arctos' hands? That's kind of fucked up. Even your rival. Even your sometimes rival, sometimes ally. They heard they had to put her usual attire in the coffin, along with some ashes gathered from the scene, nothing more. How sad to think one as bright as the matriarch would... Cirrus? Madam Cirrus. I apologize, I spoke out of turn. Cirrus does not answer. She walks to the center of the courtyard, waiting for her sister, who had been by her side for as long as she could remember. She just gave birth to dogs. She's gonna be all sorts of fucked up. Chimes tremble to the melody of the flutes. The clerics put their hands together and chant Yarragander's hymn, and the people place their hands upon their hearts in prayer to the song. Yarragander, have mercy. Take her with you. 6 members of Clan Browntail's main branch carry a heavy Nanmu wood coffin up the muddy road, Yucatan at the head of the procession. They carefully lay the coffin down on a table in front of the new Browntail matriarch. Yucatan walks to his wife, the grief on his face contrasting with Cirrus's calm expression. Yucatan. Russ, I thank you. The hymn drums to a close. All is quiet and all eyes fall on Cirrus. For the first time, she understands the mask that Ratodos was forced to wear, the weight of responsibility which crushes those unworthy of it. I know she's older, but she gives off like like funny, silly, bratty teenager vibes. Even still, she's gotten better. She is still kind of girl failure here and there, but man, I feel bad. Though to be fair, Ratodos didn't even seem like she was that old. I think she was like late 20s or something. Because if she's Cirrus's sister, she was graduating at the same time as Silver Ash. So however old Silver Ash is, he went to study in Victoria, came back. He was like early 20s. So she was fire aura farming though. Yo, poor choice in words. It is true. I liked her vibe. Her neutral pose was so good with her nails and her headphone thing going on. Thank you for being here to honor the memory of Ratodos Browntail. She was my sister, staunch guardian of Clown Browntail, and faithful child of Yaragander. Her wisdom gave her courage. She told me that she would protect me and everything here, and she always believed in a better tomorrow for Yarag, even in the most troubling times. All her life, she carried out the tasks that our grandfather entrusted to her, giving everything to Clan Browntail, even in her final moments. I have lost someone very dear to me. It is only today that I realize the weight of the burden that she carried, but I will never have the chance to tell her. I know you will remember her face, her voice, her sacrifice, and her deep love for Yarag, for Clan Browntail, and for her family. And you'll remember as I do who took her from us, leaving behind wounds that could never fully heal. I want to see Browntail go sicko mode, go crazy. I'll remember her voice. I did like her voice. A life so short and bright as dawn shall walk with her in eternity. By Yaragander. By Yaragander, answered the crowd, following Cirrus's lead as they kneel and pay respect to the departed. Even in times like these, when all is swept up in calamity, Yaragander will continue to bring peace and tranquility to the people of Yarag. Two figures emerge from the crowd as those in attendance stand back up. It is Arktos and Matterhorn, approaching the coffin with white flowers in hand. My condolences, Cirrus. Ratodos died because of me. I'll never forget it. This guy also takes L after L. He was like kind of hot shit in Break the Ice. He was still a bonehead, but he has been knocked down quite a few pegs since the start of that event. Thank you, Arktos. This is a painful lesson to both our clans to recognize who our true enemies are. Matriarch Cirrus. Sir Enciotas expresses his regret for not being able to attend the funeral and sends his apologies and condolences. He'll pay a visit to Browntail Manor personally when the time is right. Please take care, Matriarch Cirrus. He's so busy he can't even come to the funeral. Thank you, I understand. Clan Browntail recognizes the work that Enciotas has done for Yarag. I wonder how this is ultimately going to play out for them, because, like, again, I feel like the thing with Ratodos is she tried to be more or less status quo. Like, she took steps where given an opportunity, and she did try to do things, but ultimately where it all just ended up not amounting to anything. She's kind of one of those unfortunate, you know, not super successful leaders in that sense. Think of like a I don't know, think of like a Tommen Game of Thrones type, you know? So Cirrus, having given the opportunity to study abroad and do things like that, she got married, she has a kid now. I feel like she's already set up for a little bit more success. Crazy reference. Listen, Batoda says, was working on a smaller scale in Silver Ash's wild ass moves. Yeah, it was just like, just constantly overshadowed, right? Like anything that she tried to do, he one-upped her or did it bigger or bolder. Anything that she wanted to preserve, Arctos did it louder. So she was just constantly in the middle. And it was like a forced neutrality sort of thing, which just turned into compliance, I think. You know? And so just didn't attend the funeral. I'm not surprised. She was an NPC, just like most of the cast here. Stop, dude. It's so bad. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. What's Hoyo doing with their NPCs? Dude, nothing. Didn't even do anything with their playable characters, okay? Benny's prediction about my reaction is right. I told you. I was checking Leto's voice lines. Apparently, he went to visit Rhodes Island, sat on the reception room for hours, and Doctor eventually shooed him away so Leto doesn't meet him. Are you kidding me? That's so funny. No way. He finally left Yereg, went to go see his daughter and ex-wife, and the doctor had to be like, no, sorry, they're not around. Too funny. Yeah, bro has taken nothing but L's. I do want to read Leto Oprek. We gotta learn. We're gonna see her mom again. I love her mom. She looks so good as an NPC. Dude, the NPC jail problem in Arknights is absurd. If you take a look at the VOD where we did our NPC jail, like breaking people out of NPC jail, the list has probably added a solid 33% of characters since we did that. At this point, we've read a bunch of different stories since then. So, just on my tea. So, I found it. Talk after trust increase 1. I think my trust is up a bit with her, so we'll go listen to that. Remind me after as a little palate cleanse after this funeral scene. We'll go look. Let us continue this ceremony. I believe we have matters to discuss. Matters to Horn? Haha. The crowd departs. The empty coffin is buried on Browntail land next to the grandfather who loved her so dearly. With lips pressed together, Sierras looks to the two men before her. Both look slightly angry. I'm simply reiterating the decision of the last Trackland Council, Sir Arctos. All external affairs shall be handled by Sir Enciotas and Clan Silverash, including matters associated with Victoria. Is this why you had the nerve to demand that Victorian spies? The murder of the Browntail matriarch is no small affair. I won't allow the Silverashes to interrogate them on your own. Master Matterhorn, it was the matriarch of Clan Browntail who was assassinated. I believe Clan Browntail should have full authority on this matter. Is Enciotas not pleased with this arrangement? Of course not. However, it is a matter of principle to defer to the tradition of the Clan Council. There is formal and rational justification for allowing Clan Silverash to handle the spies. I gotta say, it's so funny. The politics of Yereg are so interesting. Because of the characters that are actually playable, we got motherfuckers like Matterhorn, who's a 4-star protector. And bro's up here doing political negotiations on foreign espionage with the other members of the other nation leaders. 4-star Matterhorn is involved in these discussions. Like, what what are we doing? It's crazy. It's so funny. It's so funny because like some characters, you know, like they get like, you know, they get their 6-star ranking out of principal or whatever, you know, like, hey, top dog, whatever. But Matterhorn over here, he's you know, full politics man in Yereg, just got to cook when an RA. Yeah. He's got Chobe to deal with in there, so he was in the K comics, right? I'm pretty sure, or like the little chibi ones, the mini series. I feel like I remember hearing or seeing that he was. It's just so funny. 3-star Puppakar can handle Blaze's weapon, right? It's so funny. Puppakar, dude, we need Puppakar altar. It's too bad. Chapter 15 was the opportunity to give it to her. I hope we get another altar, another 3-star altar soon. It's been too long. Who was the last one? Fang? Was it Fang? I think so. He was in Rhodes Kitchen for sure. Yeah, okay. That was a manga, right? Or a comic? Fang was the last one? That was chapter 14. That was with Logos and Wishadel. Holy moly. I thought they released those more frequently. Yeah, because like, Cardigan doesn't have one. Cardigan deserves one. Beagle's the only one left on that squad without an altar. Who, so Fang squad, you know, Lancer Fang, captain of reserve, op team A1. I mean, it makes Beagle should get an altar, to be honest, but I want Cardigan too. Who else would be cool? I don't care much for Stuart. Midnight would be kind of cool, I think, but I think he gets clowned on by like Papacar, so Papacar altar. Beagle dual wielding with the aces and her own shield, right? Dude, we've been saying aces shield Beagle would be so cool. But didn't someone say that Beagle died or something? What's the lore behind that? Is Beagle still with us? Did Beagle die? Cruz, Hibiscus, Lava, Fang, Beagle. Oh my god. Damn, so the other teams just don't get any? Stuart counts as a Yerag operator? Does he really? That is a theory? Man, rip Beagle then. You'll have to read Dusk's event. Sent Beagle out and she fucking died. That's crazy. That's so funny. It's so funny because like so few playable characters in this game have actually died. And then I guess one of them might just be Beagle. Man. No, Cardigan altar would be cool. Melantha would probably be pretty cool. I feel like Midnight would be neat, but I don't think they'll ever give us more vampire lore with him. I'm trying to think of other 3-stars. There's Orchid. I'm just going through recruitment. There's Orchid. Blanking on his name for some reason. The Lateran Anacule. There's Catapult. There's a few. I don't know. I think we should. I've been saying since I started. I was like, guys, give me like another wave of 3-stars. I feel like that would be so fun, right? Another wave of 3-stars. Just like, hey, here's our new recruit operators, and get all the other existing 3-stars promotions, even if they're 4-stars. I don't care. Yes, our dead playable ops, the king of sarcasm. I'm a 10, the leader of Dublin, and Beagle. What's up, Golf? Welcome in. How you doing? It's only A1 reserve that have altars so far. Why? What's in the A1 Kool-Aid, man? Why they all get these promotions? Died on our way back to our home planet. That's so funny. Stuart and Nakiel's duo skin kind of is their altar, so I don't know if they'll get one. Yeah, at this point, I feel like they would need to release them in bulk, and I don't think they're going to do that. So, thank you for the hydrate, Bluey. Bluey, what's going on? How's the week been? Everyone's just that good, dude. Fang's just a leader. Fang's just her. Who are the other squad leaders? Is it Melantha and Orchid? Is Melantha even a I feel like Melantha is staying sauces in the Kool-Aid. That's crazy. The full of actual army ops. Interesting. I think it's so funny that Melantha is a group leader. But I don't know. I feel like at least Melantha and Orchid should get them then. Set a good precedent. So, I don't know. We can talk about that. That would actually be kind of a fun stream. Like, look at all the new classes that have come out since, you know, obviously these 3-stars were out, and come up with altar classes for them. Because they'd all be 5-stars, right? So, Durin and Ranger altar, please. No, 12F altar. Call him Antle. Or Andal, whatever his name is. Melantha got her background to back it up. Melantha has a cool skin that I don't think I have. But she does have a very short recruitment line, which is good. So, anyway. We deferred to Silver Ash enough already, Matterhorn. You people have given us nothing but excuses when it comes to negotiating with the Victorians, and now these people have conducted terror attacks in broad daylight. How about we invite Enciotes to explain his attitude towards the Victorians and what he's planning to Sirius's face, and then we can talk about the spies. Kindly refrain from baseless speculation, Sir Arctos. I have already shown considerable restraint. You and Matriarch Retodos were not the only ones to be attacked. Lady Ency also narrowly escaped with her life. I would like nothing more than to get my hands on the assassins personally. Right, I forgot. Cliffheart. Glad she's okay. She was just like climbing the mountain after her car almost got flattened. We could have lost Chester, you know? Oh, thanks so much for the 140 stream strike. Holy moly. That's a big number. I don't think I can count that high. Durin Altar would end Terra. Be too powerful if she even used a fraction of her power. Not very tall, though. Well, if that's true, then this will be easy enough. We'll put the Victorians on trial in front of all Yerag, and then we let Clan Browntail have their way with them. But didn't Gulo get his shit rocked, too? Almost taking you out? Yeah, that's what it was. I forgot. I knew there was more to it. It was Cliffheart and Gulo. Yeah, Cliffheart, Gulo, Enya, Retodos, Monch, would have been Chester, would have been Arctos. Chester would be on the bottom of that cliff looking like strawberry jam, bro. Bro would not have the evasive maneuvers that Cliffheart had. So there's hope that Chester will be playable then, since she saved his life. Technically. Transitive property, I don't know. Let all Terra know that Yerag shows no mercy to our enemies. Too reckless. We already interrogated them. They were awfully tight-lipped. I doubt a public trial would achieve anything. Instead, I'm worried they may see that as an opportunity to get a rise out of the people. It's not a risk we can take, with all the unrest in Yerag right now. Well, we gotta deal with the leopard guy, or cheetah guy, whatever. If they have the guts to do so, just cut their tongues out. We should have dragged them out and spilled their blood for Retodos at the funeral. Arctos, no one wants vengeance for my sister more than I do, but we can't get carried away while there's still hope of actually coaxing some information from them. Matriarch Sirius is right. This is a matter for Matterhorn. Sorry, I made that joke earlier. Please excuse the interruption. A cleric from the Vinebead Court has something to discuss. The last envoy from the Vinebead Court almost got Arctos and Encia killed. How do I know you are who you say you are? Imagine it's a Trilly Asher. There's no need to be concerned. Sir Arctos knows me. He's right. This is Father Frey from the Vinebead Court. All right then. What is it you want to say, Father? I'm here for the Victorian spies. The position of the Vinebead Court is that this is an extremely delicate issue. There will be considerable criticism and unrest no matter which of the three clans takes charge. Therefore, the spies should be placed in the custody of the court. We shall arrange interrogations of which you will be informed, and in which you'll have the opportunity to participate. I object. Why delay things when we're going to kill them anyway? The Vinebead Court can't do this. The Tri-Clan Council's already decided that Clan Silverash will handle Victorian affairs. Need I remind you that the Tri-Clan Council also agreed to return temporal power to the court? Did they? Saintis is on her pilgrimage right now. The Vinebead Court cannot decide on her behalf. Damn. Expressive Matterhorn. It is always interesting that you would mention the Saintis now, when Sir Enciotes has always been at odds with us. All Yerag knows that the Saintis and the Vinebead Court have always been of one mind. The scriptures speak testament to this. Vinebead Court has often acted on behalf of the Saintis in her absence. Tell Sir Enciotes he should not presume to take all the power for himself. Father. Calm down, Matterhorn. Clan Browntail accedes to the request. You can send your people tomorrow, Father, and we will hand the spies over to the Vinebead Court. Cirrus. I know your concerns, but it's more important than ever to put aside the conflicts between the three clans. It would be great to have the Vinebead Court mediate. See, look, she's all grown up. So proud of her. So mature, Cirrus, so mature. Thank you for your wisdom, Matriarch. The Vinebead Court prays for Clan Browntail. by Uragander. Cirrus bows to the Vinebead Court envoy. It's past noon and the funeral procession begins to disperse. A man sitting in a car parked a little bit away witnesses the scene, then draws the curtain over the window. He made it! Looks like someone's getting impatient. There's been a lot of movement in the Vinebead Court ever since the Saintess's departure. I was surprised that Ratotos was willing to go this far, using herself as bait to draw out the Victorian spies. An impressive performance that brought the actions of Victoria into the daylight. And if the Victorians are trying to instigate a war between her and the other clans, this is also the most effective way to cleanse any suspicion from Clan Browntail. But it's not enough. We must make good use of the valuable time that Ratotos bought us. Why didn't you show up at her funeral? I wanted to avoid direct conflict with the other clan leaders, especially in public. And how's Enya? Her injuries remind her all the Victorian assassins are dead. Enya says she has a plan to carry out in secret. She told me to come back once we cleaned up. All the people know is that the Saintess is currently on her pilgrimage. All the Victorians know is that their assassination attempt failed. You've wiped out all the traces from the mountains. And it's certainly true the presence of the legendary Black Knight would not be conducive to secrecy. That's what I thought as well. Not a bad plan. I also need people I can trust by my side for what is to come. Our real troubles have only just begun. Enciodes takes out an envelope and hands it to Degen Barker. Inside's a thick stack of agreements and a letter written in Victorian. Read it. A letter from whom? You could call it a letter, or a declaration of war. Uh-oh, what is this music? This is from... Is this from the Duke of Castor? To the chairman of Carlin Trade, the son of my kinswoman Elizabeth. Dear Enciodes Silverash, I hope this letter finds you well. Hope this email finds you well. It never does. It never does. It has been more than a decade since we met at that banquet. Perhaps you recalled our conversations as I did when you heard about recent events in Victoria, you foretold the conflicts I was personally involved in, and you have earned the right to sit at the table with Victoria as equals. But do not forget that every step you have taken is on a path that Victoria wants to see taken, one which she has paved for you. Victoria's position remains the same after the catastrophe. You support Yarag's development and respect Yarag's faith, and I believe that Clan Silverash and Yarag have never needed more help than now. I will offer that help. Based on the current partnership with Carlin Trade, I will accept the following proposal. A special office jointly created, funded and managed by both sides, establishing a foundation with its location in the center city. Victoria will double down on existing investment in the form of equipment and interest-free loans, and share more industrial technology to support the future development of Yarag. All Yarag needs to do is open its doors to Victoria mining efforts, including, but not limited to, Iridium, repaying the loans in kind. Still trying to get those loan money? Oh my god. Carlin Trade will not need to provide any cash. After all, there are many places where it can be put to good use. Considering present circumstances in Yarag, I believe this is a fair sign of good faith. Man, why is the... why we got British colonialism again? They just got their shit rocked not that long ago. Why are they trying to do this again? The associated contracts have already been drafted and enclosed, ready for your review and signature. I will be happy to meet with you should you wish to discuss the details. I look forward to the links that the Castor bloodline can build between us, and I'm curious as to whether Yarag has become what you wanted it to be. That's crazy. Duke of Castor puts pressure on Enciodes. Oh my god. Trying to rebuild after getting rocked? Dude, I mean, that's one strategy, is just piss off other people. But East Indian Company trying to dip their shit in everything again? Dude, stupid British colonial history. Delphine needs to go shut that shit down. Delphine, take care of that. All right, we got OS 5 before. We got A Lonely Winter's Night, it's called. Delphine Siege, go deal with the old lady. Rhine Lab Observation Station, Yurei, December 7th, 11:01. 33 hours before the Yurei catastrophe. Oh, are we gonna see what the name, or that other girl that showed up in the first scene? The Rhine employee that like predicted the catastrophe or changed the records or something? Yo, where the fuck is Ashgene? We haven't seen, she's the welfare unit. We haven't seen her since like the first or second story note. Crazy. Hey, there she is. Oh, there we go. That's good. Instruments, check. Terminal battery, check. Pen, ink, and paper, check. Coffee, check. So real. Boo, why are we booing her? I like her. Sure, I like Monch too, but I like Ashgene. It's an all-nighter time. Damn, what a vibe. What a vibe. Yo, go hit up your college library and go sit in one of the cubicle things all night. That's what I used to do. Whoa! A rustling sound comes from a corner. Coming from a corner gives Elena a fright. Only then does she realize that she's not the only person in the observation room. A human figure crawls out of the pile of waste paper by the instruments. There she is! Carolyn. Oh, it's you, Elena. I thought some great scientist was pulling an all-nighter in an effort to win the Max Prize. Well, a great scientist is pulling the all-nighter. Carolyn, you remember me? Of course I remember, the rising star of the energy section, the youngest researcher ever to join our ranks. I'm flattered. I thought you had already left. The schedule said I was supposed to be the one on observation duty today. She's really grown up a lot since she said, told Ferdinand that he should fucking kill himself. Also, dude, look at the... insane fit. You know? Hey, look, it's the girl that yelled bomb and got buried in the snow with Mosh. I thought she got out. I thought she was able to skedaddle. Munch, 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 munch. You're gonna blind the college floor. Well, how are you gonna get anything done? Had to be productive. Had to lock the fuck in. Also, my library had a bakery coffee shop thing too, so that was also cool. Let's hope Carolyn and Monch aren't buried under snow. Not like the schedule's ever meant anything. I wouldn't have been sleeping here for 2 straight weeks if it did. Bro. No wonder I've hardly seen you ever since I came to the station. Must be tough. How does it feel to be back? You mean coming back to Rhine Lab? You were the first person I thought of when they started recruiting for the observation station project, but I thought you would turn it down. Honestly, it wasn't an easy decision. At the end of the day, though, the company gave me a valuable opportunity. Besides, the achievements of Rhine Lab itself have never been in question. I still think my time at Rhine Lab was the closest I've ever been to achieving my dreams. And I have to admit, even Ferdinand was a great researcher, if nothing else. Yeah, dude, Lone Trail Ferdinand was a different animal. Insane. If I got buried in the snow with Monch, people would point to that as evidence of global warming. Tough. Man, I do miss Monch. I hope she shows up. Also, freaking Ferdinand, dude. Dorothy's vision Ferdinand was a prick. Lone Trail Ferdinand was the goat. When he was locking the fuck in space. Eek. Indeed, he has a mind for physics, so let him do what he does best. You know, he stopped messing with other researchers since he got out of prison and has been spending all his time on research. I can't believe they hired his ass again, though. I cannot believe they let his ass back in. He served time, like, in... Well, I don't think it was Mansfield prison, but let's just say it was. Maybe it was, actually. Spent time in Mansfield prison, and then he gets hired at his high-paying director-level science job again. And sits at the table with Justin Jr. and Saria and Mulesies and Horseman, that I forget your name. What's the Horseman's name from Unrealized Realities? I think there's going to be a new director of energy before long. Maybe she's standing in front of me now. I don't remember if they said in Unrealized Realities at the end. Miriam, yes, thank you. So what? It was Miriam. Mulesys took over Nasty's body at that one scene because she was still in Yereg at that time. Or maybe no, so that's happening right now. Was Unrealized Realities also at 1101? Wendy, if you're here, I feel like you have a pretty solid grasp on the timeline. Was Unrealized Realities at 1101? The guy in charge of Magellan's department. Yes. Speaking of Magellan, I got her the other day. I finally got Magellan. So I got Magellan and I got Glaucus. So there's Nasty, there's Saria, there's Mulesys, there's Miriam, there's Justin Jr., there is Ferdinand. Unless he's not the director anymore. It's happening right now or very soon. Yeah. So they're happening in tandem. Man, the Ryan Lab stuff is so fun. I really do just like the just unapologetic sci-fi. It's just so good. So like Unrealized Realities was a lot of fun, even though it was a much more isolated and much more like sarcasm focused. Still very interesting, especially that end scene. I want to reread the end scene after this event's done to remember how everything left off there. I think they were talking about the Sammy Gate, right? Dude, how many signs are pointing towards the Sammy Gate? Enfield's doing it. Ryan Lab's doing it. Can't believe this. No. You've got to be kidding me. I just wanted to get a closer look. Elena looks up and sees the sky obscured by snow through the observation's clear dome. She hates this feeling. Just like she hates her family's backwards traditions and beliefs, all the things in her way that have nothing to do with science itself. She's talking shit about Astasia? IS-4 2/1. I don't want to go to IS-4. You can't make me go to IS-4. She believes that science should be pure, ever advancing, solving questions about Terra one at a time. No, her parents? Oh, okay. That's fine. She can shit talk her folks. Pretty time consuming. I also just am bad at that one. That's the one I know the least about. I don't know anything about the full dartles or whatever they're called. I think that's what they're called, right? Ceci and Uika became besties, apparently. Hell yeah! I love Uika. Uika, my favorite. I've seen a resurgence of Ave Musica art on the timeline since the announcement of the movie, which is very exciting. And to be fair, I always see Sakiko art. People love the Arknights skin design. I see that all the time. This observation station is an invaluable opportunity. I only want to focus on my research, maybe push a little further than the boundaries of existing knowledge, if I can. Boundaries, huh? This is the closest place there is. Say, have you heard of the legend of Yerag? Legend? What legend? This land has not suffered a catastrophe for 1,000 years, thanks to the protection of their god. Well, every country once attributed unusual phenomena to the gods. I love science versus religion conversations. I knew we were going to have, I knew this was going to come up. Yerag just held on to this tradition longer because of its isolation. It is indeed true that Yerag has not suffered a catastrophe for 1,000 years. It's certainly unusual, but there must be a reason. Geography. Maybe the high elevation makes it difficult for originating particles to converge, or a Fahrenheit. You just pulling out Fahrenheit hypotheses right away? Like right out of your ass, Carolyn? Huh? Huh? I agree. What? Huh? Come on, I'm being serious. She has such a cute smile, Ash Jean. Oh my god. I know there are legends about the Fahrenmuts, ancient beings the size of mountains that turn into mountains and rivers after death. First off, there are no confirmed accounts proving the existence of Fahrenmuts. Besides, if these beings did exist, where do they find the energy to sustain their biological activities? Oh, come on, Ash Jean. Haven't you read any of the main story? Didn't you read the Ray vignette? Because Arknight's outfit fits so many details for fans. Yeah, right. It was. It's very on the nose. You gonna try the rhythm? I would like to. I think that'd be fun. I don't know if I'd be able to stream it very easily. I think I'd have to figure out a way to play it from my iPad. So, I haven't watched the new show though. I forgot about it. No confirmed accounts is so absolutely funny, right? I know the Sui storyline's supposed to take place after the fact, but like they're around. They were around, so I don't know. Elena passing by all the Sui in the landship whispers she doesn't know. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm a ferret, man. And she's like, yeah, you wish. Keeps walking. Meanwhile, all of them with their freaking dragon arms and tails and no other logical race besides like maybe lung. Plumbing and such Bolivar really got none. Suckers. There's a... Aren't there... Hold on. Was there... Yeah, hold on. Because even Ayer has a concept of them with the Leviathans, right? There's the Leviathan stuff. There's the... I guess they have like the Preserver. So they have human-made beings or like human contraptions beyond your wildest nightmares. Because there's what are the four big the big things? There's the Law, there's the Preserver, there's the Karula Arbor, and then again the thing in Sammy, which I keep forgetting whatever it's called. So I don't know. Let them be ignorant. Let their flabbers be gasted in the future. Why bring this up anyway? Just something that occurred to me while we were chatting. Well, that's enough gabbing. You can rest. I'll take over observations for the night. Really? But you've done a bunch of night shifts in a row. It's not like my circadian rhythm can get any more messed up, and chatting with you woke me up. If I recall correctly, there are still some bugs to iron out with the power supply to the high-energy particle beam. Wow, you know about that? Get some rest and put that brain of yours to better use. Well, I guess I'll take you up on the offer. Thank you so much. I'll buy you some fins and chips from that Victorian restaurant that just opened at the foot of the mountain when you have time. Is this when she goes and fudges some numbers? Please don't. No Victorian wants to have to enjoy authentic Victorian cuisine in a foreign land. Yo, so real. She's Victorian though? I guess she is cat girl. Garag cheese fondue then. That sounds great. Ask Jean Alter so cute when she smiles. It's another deep and quiet night in Yarag. The ancient land slumbers. Lamps give way to the stars. The sleeping snowy mountains may seem wondrous to the uninitiated, though most who live on this land have gotten used to this sight. You look up at the sky on a night like this. Ooh, shooting star. What's that? Both her eyes and the instruments capture the strange light that cut out across the night sky, like a sign from the heavens. Noses! It appears that Carolyn was an accomplished, intelligent young researcher with a bright future. Silence! I forgot Silence was here! That was just Mule Seas. Corrupting Heart, Primordial Lifespring, Creeping Branch, and Never Melting Glacier. We only have one slight mention of in one note of IS-3. Wait, so there's more of them? Or are those like longer government names to like the Law and the Preserver? I love all the big picture stuff that's starting to come up. It is very fun to get those kind of drip fed, but it just makes me start foaming at the mouth. This project is very important to both Rhine Lab and Columbia. Recruiting process was extremely selective. We have yet to find any irregularities in her records and communication logs. She was originally from Victoria. I'm unable to provide any private information that would be a violation of Rhine Lab's privacy policy and basic human rights. We can only provide information about her time at Rhine Lab unless your government officially presses charges of espionage. Of course, I was just asking. Her application material was very comprehensive, with every shift in fieldwork experience documented meticulously. Here it seems she even requested a field survey task for herself, collecting information about Yarag's geography concurrently with her scientific research. She's been a diligent researcher, highly rated at Rhine Lab, and a model student when she was at school. Such scientists are not usually involved in the kind of trouble that we currently face. Yet at this point, we have no information or clues as to the whereabouts of Carolyn. Believe it or not, we are even more eager to find Carolyn than you are. There are many things at stake. Rhine Lab's reputation, the security of the research data, potential breach of our management system, mutual trust and partnership between us and Yarag's development. Are you speaking as a member of the Scientific Ethics Consensus Committee? Please don't misunderstand. Though it might sound a little condescending, I have the highest respect for what Carlin Trade is doing. After all, the courage to research beyond one's comfort zone is the most important quality in a scientist. She looks so small. Silence is pretty small, right? Oh, those are the 4 Seaborn Leviathans. Okay. One of them being Scotty. She looks 5 feet tall. I think she probably is maybe that, if not shorter. I think she's kind of short. Definitely problematic height gap in her Yuri relationship, her toxic Yuri relationship with Zarya. On the shorter side, from what I remember. Oh, we should use the, do you guys see that tool that someone posted online where you upload like in-game sprites? And it shows their heights based on their proportions. I think the example that they used was Hodor and Ines. Silence is 5 feet fat. Roz Mantis and Ifrit are both taller. That's so fucking disrespectful. At least by the time of Lone Trail. Yeah, to be fair, they were what, like 16 or something at that point. They were grown up, or maybe even older, because right, they're around Amiya's age. Man, let's reread Lone Trail. Another all-day marathon. Let's reread Lone Trail. Looks 170 centimeters with ears. Jarvis, translate. What does that equate to? Not just in scientists. There's a saying in Yarag, black bird and beast are bad bird and beasts. Whoa, Gnosis! Whoa, you can't say that! Hey! Whoa, Gnosis! I was saying, I was starting to think that you were gonna be my favorite from this day. I thought you were one of my favorite characters from this arc. You can't go saying that. The allegations. Damn. You better have a follow-up line to that. They jump their fences and run into the snowfields. Herders go into the fields, following their tracks, never return. I don't know if you really made up for that at all, my man. Screenshot this with his face zoomed in. Smug ass. He's racist! Oh my god. They die. That's what go into the snowfields and never return usually means in Yarag. I love this blank stare that he has. One by one, pages are reviewed and placed on the table. Carolyn's notes and actions turn into a tiny pile of papers. But where did the blackbird and beast go? The same question in the end. Perhaps they led the herders into the mountains, getting lost in the forests and freezing to death at night. Another page is read and placed on the table. Or perhaps... Gnosis puts the last page down. White upon white, like snowflakes falling on frozen cliffs. They simply found a new source of water, a new haven. Can you at least tell me where exactly she carried out her fieldwork? So Yara's still missing too. If she's all gung-ho about Farenmutz, maybe she did find something. If memory serves, she was kind of running quite panickedly in the first story node, so... Somebody get these beggars out of here. Is beggars a 7 TV emote? Soggy? I feel like it has to be. Bird and Beast racism. We ain't even halfway through the event, right? Dude, what would Harold say to this? Gnosis, what kind of 12 years slave saying is this? One of the Burger King crown? Yo, someone Photoshop it onto him. I will look up. Thank you. I feel like it has to be. It's probably like top trending. Running for Monch though. That's true. So there's hope that Monch is alive. The white Burnabies are the ones the farmers never even sees escape. Whoa. Deep. This Burnaby's racism runs real deep. Much to consider. I do fuck with Gnosis though, I gotta say. I do like him. Besides that strange racist saying that he just brought up, but whatever. Maybe she found Yeragander. At least Yara. That was a nice sound effect. I can't. The observation data are badly corrupted. I can't recover the original data from the port. Stacks of documents and mugs with dried coffee stains sit quietly on the table. An error tone signifies failure of the data restoration, causing their hearts to sink once more. There are ID records of all entries and exits, no message left behind in the dorms or labs. The main security camera malfunctioned, while the two to the sides of the lab didn't capture anything. It seems like too much of a coincidence. Carolyn really have... No. Everyone else might assume she's a spy, but I can't let bias cloud my judgment. I already requested access permissions from Director Mulesys to get to the bottom of things. Speaking of the... Knock knock, like, who's been up all night? I love you. Director Mulesys? Surprised to see me? Like, I hear you haven't been back to the dorms for 2 straight nights. Are you still searching for that data that disappeared? Yes. There's a little doubt that the observation logs were altered, although we're not sure who did it or why. There's reason to believe that the overwritten data holds a crucial clue. But... Like, never mind. I brought you a little snacky. Can't work on an empty stomach after all. Yo, could anyone else go for a little snacky right now? Thank you. What is this? Like, you've never had it? Yerag cheese pastries with sugar frosting and berry jam? It was all the rage at the station a while back. I heard people talking about it and had planned on trying them out the next time I went down the mountain for fondue, but I've been too busy investigating special energy sources unique to Yerag. Elena picks up a pastry. It's dried up on the outside, but the cheese and jam inside remain moist after being heated. Cheese and jam is a strange combination, I think. Mixing sweet and savory is kind of... I don't know about that one. Like, actual gym time. See you later. See you, Vodka. Take care. Enjoy working out. Do the preacher curls and do the hammer curls. Trust me, bro. We do the jam and cheese combo, usually guava jam. Cheese and jam works. What? Sweet cheese can work. Have I been missing out? Actually, no, hold on. That's a good point. I've had like blueberry cheese, but typically with like crackers or something. I imagine it's sweet cheese. What's up, Cooley? Yo, how you been? It's not strange if it's common. Am I the strange one? Shit. Okay, my bad. Sorry, my ignorance has caused this disagreement. I prefer the fruit unjammed with my cheese. Yeah. No, I can get that. Yeah, like a charcuterie board type thing where you got like cheese, crackers, grapes, and stuff. All right, fine, whatever. Screw me. I'll go on the lookout. Maybe on Friday I'll hit up a bakery and see if they got anything cool like that. Because I think the last time that I said that I would do something like that, it was to Bluey saying that I get peach rings. And then I went to get peach rings a couple days later, and then I got a stomach ache. So maybe I should get peach rings again, though. Bluey, if you're here, should I get peach rings or should I try to mix it up? This is the cheese too. No one's using the stronger kind, usually the more mellow. Cheese is so weird, but so good. I can never be lactose intolerant. No, you're on strange. People don't believe me when I say salt and coffee is good either. Yeah, I don't believe you either. You tried to say this before, and I still don't believe you. You ever tried jackfruit yet? No, I haven't, because I forget. I forgot. Okay, fine. Let me... Grocery list. What do I got on my grocery list? Jackfruit. I need tissues. I also will need lettuce, preferably not the one that makes you shit your brains out. All right, there we go. Good progress. Did you guys see the one time I like opened up my phone notepad and it was a checklist and the only thing on there was lettuce. And it was from like weeks or months ago, and I was like, man, this was the start to something important, I think. Need to watch Roll for Sandwich to rate all the weird ass combos. Stop, you've talked about that too. Sandwiches are so fascinating. I got a lot of options, but it's mostly like tuna or salmon. I want to I was starting to get TikTok videos of tinned fish, and I've never had like tinned fish or sardines. Well, tinned fish minus tuna. I never had like sardines, and supposedly sardines are supposed to be like one of the best foods for you. So like, funny enough, my diet has recently turned into all of these like super healthy foods that I didn't even realize. So like sardines, well, granted I haven't tried them, but I'd be open to doing it. But sweet potatoes are really good for you. Chia seeds are stupid good for you. So the thing is like, there's this movement on TikTok, or I guess social media in general, of people just like trying tinned fish for the first time and giving tinned fish reviews. And I'm like, what the hell? It's a whole different world. But there's this one guy that's like this British guy with a dog, and they both have these little fezzes on, and they talk about decanting the sardines. It's crazy. Sardines are good. There's a can with tomatoes here that's a banger. That's interesting. So what I was trying to say is, if you randomly see me start to pivot my TikTok content, support it, because I'd be open to trying it. It's just, I don't know if I'm supposed to eat them straight up like that. I feel like I'd want to eat them on like toast or something. Try tuna musubi. What's that? Is that a brand? If you know how to pickle sardines. I don't typically like pickled stuff though. Sardines. Am I sleeping on them? Do I gotta get on this? I mean, I have a pescatarian diet, so like I could definitely dive in. Did you get that lettuce? I did, Cooley, and it didn't make me shit my brains out. So with rice or something. Oh, there you go. On bread or rice. Okay. Spam musubi, but you swap it with tuna. Interesting. So do you do the seaweed wrap around it? Corn exists too. This is so fascinating. I've never even considered something like that, but that's such an easy meal too. Grocery list. Tinned fish. I'm gonna see what options I got. This just means you slice it up and put it on a Twinkie-sized log of rice. Yeah. I've seen people do the Spam one. Yeah, with the little seaweed wrap around it generally to hold it together. You know the dude that makes recipes from like the Great Depression? Some shit where they make is really hilarious. No, I have seen people that drink or eat preserved food from like the Fallout ages, like from bunkers. They'll test them to make sure that they're safe, and then they'll like eat them or drink them. It's very interesting. Chef Mo, yeah, Chef Mo's cool. I have some recipes saved from him. Actually, I wanted to make one at one point, but I couldn't find the right pasta. That's another wing I'm adding to the substitute teacher stream. Oh my gosh, we have to do another one of those, seriously. Actually, now's probably a good time, honestly. Because where I've been just so like disheveled and blurry, Mr. Krabs, or Benny Blurry if you're subbed, that'd absolutely be a good stream. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll ping in Discord and say, hey, what topics do you want for substitute teacher streams? Because we could always do nature documentaries. We could do whatever. Vodka recommended something at one point that is either pinned or mentioned in Discord. I've mentioned a few, but I forget. But other deep dives that I've done recently or started to look into, but I was like, ooh, maybe I should save that for a substitute teacher stream. Sea urchins, which I did do a deep dive on, and then the Blackbird SR-71. Something about the SR-71 Blackbird just is so fascinating. It's such a ridiculous thing that they made during the Cold War. Like, how? It's insane. Anyway, how it's made Numinos? What the sword forging stuff. Oh, blacksmith stuff would be cool. Ooh. Select a new budget, $2. Wait, $1. Oh man, I didn't know that. Yeah, I've been doing, I see the $5 ones. An amazing American fact that I learned: in the 70s and 80s, housewives could create terrible recipes to give to other women they didn't like. That's so funny. Stop. No way. They're like, oh yes, we're eating this lovely meal consisting of sardines and dill pickle. Fuck, that might actually be a decent combo. I don't know. I don't like pickles though. That's so funny though. Dude, what? They were shit talking via recipes. Incredible. Women, keep doing you. Keep doing you. Keep girl bossing and gatekeeping. You gotta try me, Brenda. Put a tub of mayo in your tiramisu. Yeah, just trust me. Trust me, Linda. Salt in your coffee. It hits. No, listen, I will give it to you because salted caramel is a flavor that's very popular. So I just don't want to try it myself. So anyway, very distracted. I will make a concerted effort to try a cheese and jam pastry if I get an opportunity. The sound of running water ceases and Mulesy sits down by her side with 2 clean mugs in hand. Like, mind if I sip a cup of joe with you? Not at all. Fresh coffee fills the mugs, drenching the air in its aroma. The sound of machines operating is clearly audible at this late hour. A massive window on the wall displays the stars in Yurag's night sky, deep and boundless as always. The atmosphere in the room relaxes. Elena lifts her mug after a moment of hesitation. Midnight coffee in the lab brings back memories. You used to stay up late too? Like, who doesn't in our line of work? Even when I was a student, it felt like I had more coffee than blood in veins for finals. Yo, so true. Mulesies, that's why we fuck with you. You always keep it real. And you're a mood. You're one of my favorite characters in this game. Looks like everyone's been there before. Like, working at night's more efficient after all. Honestly, true. Sometimes I feel like I truly can just lock in at night, but I just don't want to because I'm tired. So I guess if I just pound the coffee back, less distractions, right? Yes, night is quiet. Makes it easier to focus. That's what I'm saying. I used to write one paper while dictating the summary of another using an audio recorder when I was really busy. How the fuck? That way I get to make progress on both at the same time. Crazy when I think back to it. Oh yeah, audio recorder. Huh? Audio? Where are you going? Surveillance audio recordings. Yo, a brain blast moment. Let's go. Surveillance camera. Credentials. The time is 3:19 a.m. There. Like, didn't you say the cameras didn't capture what was happening at the lab table? Yes, but it might have captured sound from the equipment. Yo, that's illegal. You can't record audio without consent. Or at least written consent somehow. Okay, Soggy, black coffee with salt. Al Capito's trying it. If Al Capito doesn't come back, just know Soggy killed them. As a 70s housewife would. Be careful with how much salt you put in. They're already gone, dude. It's over. For the coffee that touched salt before, apparently it breaks the bitterness a little. Stop telling me to try stupid things, because now I'm going to do it. This time I'm really going to do it. How much salt are we talking? Are we talking like one of those salt packets that you get with takeout? Or like just a Salt Bay pinch? I don't want to try that. Half a packet? A pinch. You're gonna need to like demonstrate or something. You're gonna need to record a video salt baying into it. It's a careful amount of salt. I'm scared. I don't know if I want to try that. Why are you guys so easy? Why is it so easy for you guys to start to convince me to do things like this? All it takes is a few people to just echo the same thing, and then I'm like, what the hell? Sure. Why not? Oh, I just realized I don't have IQ up. There we go. I literally do it next morning. Thank you. After wrangle grains of salt of using less bitter coffee. Yeah, so I typically do have flavored coffee, but I do have unflavored coffee that I could try, so. Equal ratios coffee grounds and salt in the filter. You know what? I'm sure someone's done it. I just don't know if they're still alive. I don't know if they're still with us. Beans a la Dead Sea. Oh my god. I don't know. Could be good. Salt's good. Listen to this. A lot of instruments operating. This ticking sound should be the audio sensor. The frequency that it plays back is directly connected to the graphing. We can use this frequency to recreate... Excuse me. Need a pen and paper? Like, here you go. Okay. Oh, thanks. Pen tips rub against paper. The time they spend around the instruments have made researchers intimately familiar with data. She enters the numbers that she copied down into the computer. Then... ASMR. Alive. That was a nice little effect. There. This is the hidden data. Let me take a look-see. Looks like a small earthquake occurred on Mount Carlin the morning of the day before the catastrophe. No, not an earthquake. It was an impact of some kind. So it's the shooting star. Or maybe not a shooting star. Maybe something fell out of the sky, but what would it be? Like a star pod? As if something fell from the sky into the mountains of Yerag. And then came Yerag's first catastrophe. Outside the wide windows of the observation station, the mountains of Yerag seemed to reflect a translucent blue under the moon. Like, did Carolyn go looking for this extraterrestrial object? But why would she do it all on her own? How big is the shattered barrier? I thought it was just a small section over by Columbia. Or was it across the board? Like, is the whole thing gone? I kind of forget that detail. She's never abandoned her post like this. She must have found something. We might be able to find her if we figure out where that thing fell, which we can calculate from the wave frequency of the sound impact. Director Milesies, the Vinebead Court isn't about to investigate on our behalf. Strictly speaking, we shouldn't get any more involved in any of this stuff. The more we can do to report this to the competent control. The most we can do. But Carolyn might be in danger. You know that's not your job. You're not exactly close to Carolyn. Bluntly, whatever happens to her is like none of your business. Milesies finishes her cold coffee in silence. Frowning at the bitter taste, she takes a piece of pastry and puts it in her mouth, speaking as she chews. Don't talk with your mouth full. What? Sometimes I kind of think the most important quality in a scientist is courage, maybe even recklessness. Yo, you were like textbook reckless. What do you mean? You've been fucking around and finding out for years now. You're a sharp kiddo. Got a knack for finding rhythm in music. Makes for a good dancer. I wouldn't want to tie you up. Gotta let you move around free. Aww. The dancing comparison. You mean this conversation never happened? Nobody tried to talk you out of it, and nobody told you what you can or can't do. As for this late night snack, like you took it from a shared fridge yourself, didn't you? She's so cute. I love her. Good job, Milesies. Good job looking out for your little Kohai. All right, on to OS5 after. Keep it going. I assume that was the stage that you complete when you unlocked Asgene. Hey, there she is. She's alive. Carolyn, you've been tampering with the locks again. You just won't give up, will you? Unfortunately, the area that the search parties are looking is at least 5 kilometers from here. Don't expect them to hear your distress signal. You better be talking to Monch. Monch, let's go! She lives! Munch! Munch. At least eat something. Malnutrition during the recovery process will increase the time needed for bones to mend by 20% and the chance of complications by 35%. It's not my intention to hurt you or leave an outstanding warrior with a permanent disability. So what happened? She break a leg or something? Like, cut the crap. I warn you, you better kill me now. I suppose that's an option. Whoa, Carolyn! Watch. As I said, however, I have no intention of bringing harm to Yerag, and I certainly feel no need to take innocent Yerag lives. Besides, it was a miracle that we survived that avalanche at all. She lives! It was, in your people's words, Yerrigander's protection, right? Shouldn't that be a sign to a faithful follower of Yerrigander to value her own life? No intention of bringing harm to Yerag. You've been spying for the Victorians and stealing Yerag's military secrets. Such an unfair accusation. Do you really think a few battleships constitute Yerag's most important secret? Oh, that's what she saw. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. She was snooping around. So what fell out of the sky then? What made her go over there? Because that was like deep in the trenches. Not even Arctos knows about that. It's only Browntail and Silver Ash. Right? It's like Cirrus, Yucatan, Ritotos, Rip, Silver Ash, Gnosis, I assume Degen, probably Matterhorn, Courier, Chester, I guess Monch. Or maybe not Monch, maybe Monch didn't know. Maybe she did, I don't know. You speak of your god's blessings all the time, but have you really thought about what your god is? What are you talking about? Yerrigander is not to be questioned or doubted. That didn't resonate. Well, I guess the only reason I'm talking to you about this is because there's nothing to do here to pass the time. Oh well, doesn't matter anyway. If you want to pass the time, I've got something to ask you. How did a Victorian spy work for Rhine Lab for so long? Monch, stop with the accusations, girl. Why are you so sure that I'm a Victorian spy when I've been working at Rhine Lab for so long? Well, if you really want to hear it, I could tell you a little story. Oh, great. Here we go. Another yapster. There was once a girl in Victoria who was incredibly fascinated to know how everything worked, and she wanted to spend her whole life studying. She does kind of look a little bit like Golding, though. So, I guess I'll hear her out. What's good, Yuzu? Square up, I'm back for round 2. Yo. What's up, Yuzu? How you doing? A dozen years later, she went to Columbia as visiting scholar from the Royal Victorian Academy of Sciences. It was not the research foundations of Victoria that found her, but an intelligence agency. From that day forth, the only thing she was allowed to be curious about was the secret documents of the Colombian government. Wait, if it was an intelligence agency, did she work for Maylander? Was she with the Tin Man? Yo, girl, do you know a guy that talks like, that talks like this? Do you know a guy that talks like this, Carolyn? Ring a bell? Has a pipe? Has a few silly guys following him around? Maybe? Yo, the NPC from Unrealized Realities, that hung out with him was cool. I forget her name, though. Sorry. But that's happening right now. Did Tin Man mention anything about Yerag? I don't think so. I think only Mulesys mentioned Yerag. In Unrealized Realities. I took a lick while I was cooling down. Already regretting it. You got to do the vid. Soggy. Soggy, you are trying to kill it. You are trying to housewife us. Oh my god. Alive, unfortunately. Yo, felt. Hey, week's halfway over, all right? Tin Man's wrangling other stuff. Yeah. So he's currently with Nasty, doing stuff there. I just wonder if they have any history. Because the mention of an intelligence agency, I'm sure there's others, but Maylander is the first one that comes to mind, so. But her curiosity was not so easily stated. As she dug through Columbia's secrets, she found an opportunity to satisfy the very depths of her curiosity. At the end of the day, though, there's little that separates Columbia and Victoria. People fight over the slightest morsel of profit. The order that took so much hard work to build is now teetering on the brink of a ruinous war. Who is the time to gaze up at the heavens or even down at the ground we stand on? of which we know so little about. Yo, gonna dig into the Earth's mantle? I find it all a tedious bore. Oh, we forgot to listen to the Leto voice line. Don't forget. I'm digging 6 feet, y'all. El Captain, no, wait, come back. No, wait. I remember you. It was Sagi's fault. It wasn't me. I didn't endorse this. Early morning, Hall of Writings, Vinebead Court. Yo, are you allowed to be here? Good thing the window isn't too high. I guess not. We're looking around. The clerics have gone to their morning prayers. The observation station is a sensitive topic right now. I need to avoid them. Yo, all this espionage. Maps, geographical records, anything that can help. The morning sun shines through the window and falls gently on the aged books. Elena dusts off the books in front of her, but finds the writing of the clerics difficult to decipher. She begins to regret not bringing a dictionary of the Yeregi language. 6 feet dabbing on God, insane. I would try, but I'm so lucky it's 11 p.m. Are we all going down together tomorrow? Like, is Benny Bloom forced graduation as a result of salted coffee? Insane. Benny Bloom and his community dead in a ditch. The only one left standing, Noxy Suggy, as he pours salted coffee on their corpses. How do they categorize this stuff? This one's a collection of quotes. Yeragander showed herself to me and said, is this gonna be the Catman? Uh-oh. Seek not my temple, but my heart. Whoa. Elena lets go in panic, and the heavy book hits the floor. I don't trust the Catman. I don't trust that old man with the really HD looking sprite. The new High Elder. I also don't trust the Leopard Man, obviously. I take salt water over this. Oh my god. Soggy, you gotta release the video. Drop the Soggy files, okay? Do it before the gym. If it's ass, I'll have the power and rage and spite to fuel me alongside caffeine. Use it as a quick level up strategy. Eleanor, let's go in panic, and the heavy books hit the floor. Through the bookshelf, she sees a surprised face under a hood and a crossbow pointed at her face. Ah! It's Snow Hunter! Oh my god, talk about a trio here. I think she's surrendering, Anya. What do we do? Look, and we got the little, what's this thing called? The bush creature. I literally dropped the files. What the, bush creature. Which hat? I keep forgetting its name. Brush Buddy. Brush Buddy. Got Brush Buddy, baby. Who's saying anything about surrendering? Don't attack them! Wait a moment. Anya Silverash. Do you know her from Rhode Island? She's so cute in her jacket. You're the Saintess? Shh. Elena nods in realization. Keep quiet and we can talk, all right? Elena nods carefully. Put away your crossbow, Joanna. Let's not scare our friend here. Your little smug face. But she sneaked into the Vinebead Court. Doesn't seem like something a good person would do. Her pout face is so funny. Snow Hunter, you kill me. Also, I love the voice that I gave her. I think it's too perfect. I don't remember what her voice actually sounds like, but... Well, we sneaked in too. Your attire. Are you from Rhine Lab? Yes, I'm Elena, a researcher in the energy section. I think the two of them actually have the same voice. Whoops. I'm sorry, I was just looking for a map of Yerag, preferably recording the locations of mountains and Originium veins. If I find that special vein, maybe I could... You could... what? Elena glances at the young woman before her, who looks about the same age as her, while being the undisputed sovereign of this country. Elena's unsure if what she is about to say might offend her, but when she sees the pure curiosity on her face, maybe I can explain how this catastrophe happened. Damn. You mean that Yerag has been safe from catastrophes for 1,000 years because of a hidden Originium vein? Yes, There's an undiscovered iridium vein in the mountains surrounding Yerag, which created an energy field that prevented catastrophes from forming. That's quite the theory. Turn up the volume a little bit. Sorry, I didn't realize the audio was so quiet. My bad, guys. I'm gonna turn it down in the lobby and not turn it back up. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. That should be good. That's very interesting. Impossible. It's Yaragander that protects Yarag. All right, here we go. Science versus religion. Has anyone ever seen Yaragander with their own eyes? Many people have witnessed the miracles of Yaragander with their own eyes. Look at her eyebrows. She's like in the Irish sus. I respect your culture and traditions, but that doesn't prove anything. Just because you see something that can't be explained right now doesn't prove the existence of some supernatural being behind it. And how do you prove the veins have anything to do with it? The interactions between Iridium is extremely complex, and what we know is only the tip of the iceberg. Rhine Lab has conducted a number of experiments in recent years. Under certain conditions, Iridium can form energy fields that cause atmospheric Iridium particles to disperse rather than converge, preventing the formation of catastrophes. This is something that we have not yet been able to recreate under controlled conditions. But if they are able to, we can prevent catastrophes altogether. Oh. On the flip side, pretty weird for this Justice area to have an energy field. True, but if it's some sort of like weird alchemical type reaction, or like maybe it needs certain circumstances, I don't know. Now we're just spitballing. So let's just say like, let's say they're able to match the conditions that make it work. They could stop catastrophes in other areas, or if they're able to identify what it is about Yerag that caused that in the first place, maybe they could amplify it and Yerag be the hub of where catastrophes stop and it just grows, the energy field grows. Or create our own for the purposes of industry. True. We create a stationary, the world's biggest factory. Hashtag Enfield, baby. I gotta get to Enfield and I gotta look at blueprints and stuff. But if an Iridium vein with the right conditions exists, then preventing catastrophe may be a real possibility. I've made detailed calculations. Excuse me, can I borrow this map? Elena takes out her notebook and show it to the other two. She goes on a long explanation about the formulas as she draws on the page, not paying attention to whether her listeners are able to keep up. I can guarantee you at least one of them isn't, if not both of them. Finally, Elena confidently draws a circle at the location of the foothills on the map. Therefore, the Iridium vein theory is the most likely explanation for Yerag's lack of catastrophes. I'm quite sure that my calculations are accurate. If we find an Iridium vein at this location, it would explain everything. Joanna's in a daze. She glances at Enya, hoping the Sanctus will rebuke this blasphemy. I can see the little rubber ducks spinning around her head. But the Sanctus is quiet, biting her lower lip lightly. Say something. I don't know what the hell she's writing. How do you explain the recent catastrophe then? Based on the data, I suspect something from beyond the star pod fell on Mount Carlin the day before the catastrophe. Look, these are the data that the station observed the day before the catastrophe. These are infrasound waves created by the impact of the extraterrestrial object. Elena turns on her portable terminal, displaying a sharp break on the line graph. Beep, beep. This object must be massive in size and scale. I think the catastrophe was caused by it falling onto the central area of the vein, causing a shift in the energy field. There are reasons for all these things. It's not magic or the work of a god. Anya cannot comprehend what she's hearing. Her memory begins to blur, and she feels a sort of link being torn apart. You're just gonna trust random ass person from science company saying words that don't really make sense. Yar, a familiar voice belonging to a friend, a miracle or a hallucination. She can't believe it. She must not. Fear and loneliness comes over her. It is all she could do to keep her arms from trembling. Uh-oh. Forbidden Yuri. Say something, Anya. I can understand Elena's position. What? Oh, poor Snow Hunter. However, I recall a section of the Uragander. Her heart is the heart of Carlin, deep within the mountains. From the beating of her heart grew the flesh and bones of Urag. Oh, and for exactly 2 years. What the hell? Wait, did you know that? Is that true? Falling since August 12th, 2024. Hell yeah! Happy Benny birthday. I just got a notification for this. Oh, that's so funny. Happy Bennyversary. That's so funny. Thank you so much for 2 years of support. I appreciate you, Golf. That's fine. I thought you just coincidentally were like, hey, yeah, how long I've been following this pink critter? And then you're like 2 years exactly. Her heart is the heart of Carlin, deep within the mountains. From the beating of her heart grew the flesh and bones of Yarag. This is the description of the origins of Yarag as the scriptures record. We used to assume that the heart of Carlin was Lake Silbernahurs, which was why we built Yaragander's statue there. In my studies these past several days, however, I found that the ancient tomes considered the freezing of the heart of Carlin to be an unusual phenomenon, but Lake Silbernahurs freezes every year. Sounds like a figure of speech. Don't interrupt the saintess while she's thinking. Angry crossbow bear. Don't interrupt the thinking process. Maybe the heart of Carlin actually refers to something else. The great elder guided me to the Radsorn, but it is the fact that the heart of Carlin that holds the answer. You mentioned the central area of this special vein. Yes, I built a model based on the shape of Yarag's mountains, and I calculated that the extraterrestrial object likely fell on this location. Isn't this the Yarag Kashimir's mines? Ooh. Mines, yes, now it all makes sense. There's no time to waste, we need to go. One moment, foreigner, we didn't say nothing about letting you around Yarag and on your own, and not to mention all the disrespect you shown to Yaragander. It's alright, Joanna. We don't force our faith onto others. Besides, we need to find the truth behind this catastrophe. We'll let her travel with us. I love how she just has a guard dog now. Preminix has just got a rabid guard dog with her. I have only known the Saintess for 15 minutes, but right? She was ready to square up against her. That's so funny. Incredible. Is that did someone make that? If not, we gotta make it. Found it. Let's go. Beggars. Insane. Hard R too. I gotta see that movie before it's out of theaters. Maybe soon. Maybe. I was gonna see it on, or I was considering going to the movies again this weekend, but I think I'm going to a WNBA game with Sister Bloom, so I don't think I'll be able to. Which also means I'm going to the casino, baby. So fuck. We go to the WNBA game and then we go to the casino. So I think that's my plan for Saturday. So remember when I was like, hey, I should really be saving money. I can't be gambling or spending money on gacha games. What happens, Sister Bloom? Hey, Benny, we going to the casino and the WNBA game? And yes, we can. So this is the last week, I think. Is it? I thought Toy Story 5 is still in theaters, and that's been out for a while. One more thing to suck your money, right? See, the good thing about casinos, though, is it takes cash. Right? You bring cash. Let him gamble. It takes cash, and the cash that I have is not part of my net worth, is not part of my bank account. That's just extra money. So as far as I'm concerned, any gains from the casino are all positive, and any losses are negligible unless I take money out of the ATM, in which case then I'm losing money. So I assume this week or next week's the last week. Well, if I get to it, awesome. If not, I'll stream it. Is what it is. So, but yeah, I would like to see it. I've heard nothing but good things. I also do want to see Toy Story 5. So, anyway, Rabid Guard Dog. Elena. While Anya and Joanna were talking, Elena put the books back on the shelf and now sits on the windowsill, waving at the other two. You get back here! Actually, there's usually no one at the main entrance to the Hall of Writings. We got a cute new trio. What a crew. Cold moonlight pours through the dark clouds upon the decorations in Rotodus's room. Cirrus thought she would be afraid to see Rotodus's things, but she feels so tired that she does not even have the strength for sorrow. She knows full well that she simply imitated Rotodus in dealing with the other clans a few days ago. But the more she tries, the more Rotodus's shadow lingers. Cirrus looks outside. It seems snow is once again falling on Browntail land. Look, Cirrus. Do this to the snowball, and it'll go even further when you throw it. Try it. I don't need you to teach me. I don't want to become you. I hate you. I hate everything you make me do. Man. I feel like they started to get along a little better, though. Near the end, at least. The echoes of memory are like the deafening roar of a mountain collapsing. She feels a lump in her chest. The dust-covered contracts and letters in the box bear witness to the development of Clan Browntail over the years. Cirrus examines the marks left behind by Rotodus on the family's business documents and finds at the bottom of each page where the name of the Browntail matriarch should be. Cirrus. Remember, Cirrus. I'm your older sister and I'll become the leader of Clan Browntail, so you need to listen to me. Prove that you can do better if you're not happy about that. When that time comes, I hope you'll carry the future of Clan Browntail on your shoulders. I miss her, chat. Cirrus anxiously flips through the pages, but each and every document has her name on it, until she reaches the bottom of the pile, that little box from her memory, the secret that belongs to the two of them. This holds all the things that I want to give to you, but I don't want the adults to see. Man. So this was Rotodus' plan all along. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. A secret between the two of us. You and me. This is a communicator. Cirrus gazes at the device in her hand, dim light illuminating her hesitation. Final audio log. I got Carlin Trade's intel about the suspicious woman. I've been watching her all morning, and I think she's planning to make a run for it. This voice, it's Monch. Oh, it's Monch! I got Carlin Trade's intel about the suspicious woman. I've been watching her all morning, and I think she's planning to make a run for it. This voice, it's Monch. Good. Keep a close eye on her. Don't let her get away, or pass the documents to anyone else. Yes, ma'am. Carlin Trade says we need to be careful and not draw attention. Take her alive, if possible. There are a lot of questions we need to ask her. I'll tell Enciotes to send help from Carlin Trade. Understood. I'll do my best. Be careful, and don't leave loose ends. Finally, there's an unanswered call from Carlin Trade. Call time? Yesterday? Carlin Trade? What the hell? She's been dead for a few days. Who's calling her? All right. Let's get through OS 6, I think. Yeah, we're pretty solid-ish time. OS 6 before, we got Emerald. Keep it going. Was there 10 stages for this one? I almost just spit out my drink. He's back! He's here! My boy! Mr. Poet! How much longer? Patience, please, Mr. Bellingham. As you know, the Duke has been very busy lately, having to receive several guests each day. You should remember, sir, the last time I came here. John Smith? so I'd like to ask, how's she been lately? Fairly pleasant for the most part, after all the negotiations with the Kazimierzians have been nearing completion over the past few days. Who's this prick? As soon as he finishes speaking, a dejected gentleman strides past the Trilby Asher. The Trilby Asher recognizes him as Derek, head of the press office. Perhaps due to the recent wave of bad publicity, he wipes the sweat off his brow with trembling hands. I suspect today is not one such day. Is that Bellingham outside? Let him in first. Don't keep him waiting. Caster. Not so Crimson Chin. Famous Yarrick blind box collector John Smith. Yeah, I just posted his YouTube short and TikTok yesterday. That's so funny. Butler nods and the Trilby Asher hesitates for a moment before stepping into the room. Duke of Castor, can you die and let Delphine take over everything in your estate? Seated in the middle is the Duke of Castor with a young noble standing at her side. I have another question. What kind of person is this Kazimierzian representative you met? He's a merchant, Your Grace. Kazimierz. Tell him that he should agree to my terms, and I'm willing to lift some of the embargoes on industrial equipment. For them, there are many ways to obtain cheap minerals, and Yarag is hardly irreplaceable. I will let him know that only Victoria can satisfy his technological and equipment needs, especially when it comes to Originium. She's going behind Silver Ash's back. That was a declaration of war. She's going after other allies. If they were even allied, I'm pretty sure they were. No, you are a member of House Castor. These minutiae are best left for servants to convey, whereas we should always leave ourselves room to maneuver. The Kazimierzians know little about the resources we command, so why not let them exercise their imagination? Do you understand? No worries. I guarantee that he will side with us. Forever honor your commitments. If you cannot, don't make them in the first place. That is true of the Kazimierzian representative, and even more so for me. You may leave. Yes, my apologies, Your Grace. Fake ass smile. Once again, you have to see me disciplining these good-for-nothing whelps. Belly. Belly? Belly! Oh my god. I thank Your Grace for the trust you have placed in me. Let's not waste time on small talk. I trust you saw the gentleman who left earlier, yes? If I'm not mistaken, that was a certain Derek, the man in charge of news and public opinion. He should have reported to me that the negative press, be it about Yarag or Victoria, was under control. He was instead quite profuse with his complaints, going on and on about how he couldn't do it, that it would take too long to communicate with the film crew, that he wanted to trouble me to watch the footage they sent back. I kind of respect that vibe, though. She's just like, bro, I tasked you with doing something, just do it. And do it correctly. If he feels like he hasn't been given enough time, he should have known that my patience has its limits, too. So, do you have any good news for me, Belly? I can't believe she calls him Belly. That's so fucking funny. Yes, Your Grace. Our information at the Rhine Observatory provided very accurate intel. Indeed, there's something highly suspicious about the mining site in which Yarag is working with Kazimierz. Following the clues she provided, my men successfully infiltrated the site and obtained these data tables. Uh-oh. Just point out the highlights. Please look at this section and the subsequent section on the next page. The former represents the mine's daily output, whereas the latter represents the purchase volume, or export volume. Finally, the last page is the mine's financial report. Pay particular attention to the net profitability figure. For example, in the last 2 months, the difference is massive. This mining site has been operating at a loss, and the greater the extraction, the greater the losses. Exactly. We even found this mine import record. Please take a look. How are they getting their hands on this shit? A large mining site needs to separately import the very same materials. Therefore, I believe this confirms the earlier theory. This so-called joint mining project is actually Carlin Trade's arsenal in disguise. And this is the trump card that has been flipped over, sitting right there in a mining site shared jointly with a foreign company. Which is why our agents, including myself, initially overlooked this area. It's hard to imagine that anyone could stomach such a risk. Sorry, as they were talking through this, I remembered the end of Sibonhurst and Great Mouth Mob. So placing a piece in what you normally would be a blind spot. It is very much his style. However, you're still one move behind, Belly. As difficult as it is to admit, when Wellington made his move, it became imperative for us to strengthen ourselves. Given these circumstances, Yerag is a valuable asset. I will not accept a lose-lose scenario. We must ensure that Ensiodes' military preparations do not catch us flat-footed. Calling an entire country an asset's fucked up. Only by knowing what his trump card exactly is can we properly plan against Yerag in advance. Your Grace, if you wish to confront the Duke of Wellington, bringing Yerag under the control of House Castor, as well as seizing their manpower and resources, is of utmost priority. I personally believe that we should conduct a comprehensive survey of this mining site. I believe that Kashmirzians will accept your turn, and it's only a matter of time until they withdraw from Yerag. As soon as we take control of this mining area, I will send our envoys there immediately. Why not to act before the paperwork's officially signed? We cannot give Carlin Trade the time to cover their tracks. So, under the buyer's name, look for another excuse through the Vinebead Court. Even if they suspect that something is amiss with the Kashmirzians, a hasty retreat would inevitably leave traces behind. The Vinebead Court is ultimately an expendable asset. Due to your previous botch job, there's no way Ensiodes would not have his eye on them. Damn, bro. Listen, he got disrespected by Degenbrecher. I don't know what to tell you. He tried his best. He got assigned comic relief character for that. He was so cool in chapter 13. Then we'll squeeze every last drop of value from the Vinebead Court before Ensiodes makes his move. Is that truly the missing step, Belly? Be more economical and think it through some more. The current Great Elder has consistently turned down my goodwill, and given the ability to mobilize the full strength of the Vinebead Court, we must be more careful when accessing the feasibility of this plan. So she is trying to share a bed with the Great Elder. Yet, Your Grace, he did not stop us from infiltrating the lower and middle ranks either. Perhaps this is the Vinebead Court's persistent arrogance, ripe for us to take advantage. Perhaps the allure of overthrowing Ensiodes will prove to be a gift too irresistible for Yerag's religious figures. Did I hear that right? It's a phrase. You know what it means. He tried his best, but luck was only on his side to steal Harrow's collectible, right? At least he got that at the end. If he truly took L's the whole time, I would have felt really bad. You know what you know what it means. It's a phrase. It's where you're you know, like colluding with, or you know, working alongside. So, do you intend to? You're free to move the pawns inside the Vinebead Court as you please, but you must find out exactly what is going on within the mining site. Let us wait to see how Ensiodes reacts. He might just give us another reason to get involved in Yerag. Yes, Your Grace. Right, I'd like you to do me a favor. Derek left some odds and ends behind. Go ahead and take them with you. When it comes to our dealings with foreign nations, we always have some journalist friends who make too much noise. Journalist arc? That's a lateral move from Poet, right? Victorian reporter. Can I set the camera up right here? Thank you. Let's get it started if you're ready. Got an interview? With this old man? Ah, great. You know, hilarious thing, that event was Denya's only exposure to him, so her interview is utterly incompetent. Damn it, Denya! Denya, you gotta catch up on the main story! Oh, that's so funny. Dang. I wonder if it'd be better to read it in that order then, where he looks like a fool and then he locks the fuck in. She's on chapter 9 if memory serves, right? I think she put a pin post Tallulah arc, if memory serves. I hope she ends up going through. I'm partial to chapter 13. Chapter 13 is my favorite. As good as things like Babel and chapter 14 were, and Lone Trail, chapter 13 is my favorite. She didn't start 9 yet. She will be when she finishes Undertides. Oh, I did see she was doing Undertides. That's cool. All right, awesome. Glad to hear she's getting that going in. I'll have to pop in. Chapter 9's a fun one. Chapter 9's a very interesting, like, kind of bottle episode almost. Not fully, but like kind of. Venerable Great Elder Otso, thank you so much for agreeing to this interview. I sincerely hope you are willing to answer a few of my questions, as well as those of the countless others who want to know more about Yereg. First, I'd like to ask about something that many around Yereg have been curious about recently. The people of Yereg broadly believe that Yeregander protects this land. In your opinion, how would you explain this catastrophe? Does this mean that Yereg has lost its divine protection? That is correct. Yeregander indeed watches over this land. Isn't he a fraud? Wasn't there a line where Enya was like, do you even believe in Yeregander? And then he Uno reverse carded her like immediately. Yeah, I don't trust his ass. I don't trust his ass at all. However, she is not a tyrant who imposes harsh decrees, but rather a patient mentor and a guiding hand. Her protection of Yereg is not as straightforward as many would imagine. Her knowledge of the true way of life runs deep, and so she taught the people of Yereg how to live in this land filled with calamity and devoid of thought. Thus, the people of Yereg came to have a soul, and the many calamities no longer disturbed them. Even so, I'm still very curious as to how a god who neither reveals its true form nor has performed any miracles to prove of its divinity can earn a people's faith. This belief seems to lack any grounding in evidence. I guess from afar I can see that you hide your arrogance behind polite words. You try to reduce Yereg's beliefs into a most basic form of logic, which you then criticize in an attempt to extol your own correctness and wisdom. Please believe me, that was not my intent. It's fine, don't worry. Then, may I ask you a question first? In your opinion, what kind of principles do the Victorians who observe no religion follow in their lives? That's a simple answer. Victoria has her own laws. Who drafted these laws and who granted them the authority to do so? If you're asking about the legitimacy of the Victorian regime, we need only look back at history to answer that question. The land was originally occupied by Dracos until about 300 years ago, when Aslans from Sargon launched a rebellion in Victoria, ultimately seizing control of the country. Draco is mentioned in a minute. Speaking of chapter 9 too, right? And I take it that in your view, might makes right. Aslans are strong and therefore righteous. Dracos are weak and therefore unjust. This so-called justice shifts just as easily as the balance in power in war. I miss Iblana. By the same logic, the devils of Casdel should feel no shame or remorse about invading the lands of other nations, their only sin being that they fell one step short of ultimate victory. I'm gonna look up Iblana CGs later, because she is the Aura Farmer. IMO. That is a patently absurd conclusion. Of course, I doubt that any regime would hinge its legitimacy upon violence, because they know all too well that violence will inevitably be undone by greater violence. Nothing can remain young and mighty forever, neither people nor governments. Therefore, they must become compassionate and hope that the same compassion will be afforded to them when they are weak. He's got that he's got that preacher vibe to him. Unfortunately, he's a good fit for this role, but religious people, even if he's not actually religious, he's got the pants. So let us return to that question. Why do the legal principles we take for granted, or rather the virtues prevalent across the different civilizations sharing this land, exist in the first place? To where should we direct our questions? Do we possess the sublimity inherent to being human? Are our lives innately meaningful? Apologies, but I am not well versed in these subjects of philosophical speculation. May I ask, what is the point of these questions that seem so far removed from our daily lives? You mentioned life. In fact, as long as you seriously reflect upon your own life, you will very easily find that there is nobody on this great land who is entirely devoid of faith. I have conflicting opinions of that. It depends on how he's defining faith. If he's defining faith in some sort of divine meaning, then I disagree. But if it's faith, general faith in something, whatever it takes to keep you going type faith, then I can agree. And I think the same holds true IRL, very much so. People always choose to place their faith in something, be it be it money, violence, knowledge, fame, philanthropy, or pleasure. Why do you end on pleasure? If a person genuinely believes that nothing is inherently true, then he will quickly find himself akin to a puppet with its strings cut, unable to move at all. Summed up depression pretty good. The followers of Yaragander seek the eternal solace of the mind by questioning ourselves and seeking out the traces of her existence. An interesting thought indeed. This seems quite different from the common perceptions floating around Yarag. Please tell me, what was your perception of Yarag before you witnessed the human tragedy caused by catastrophe? The last pure land on Terra, a sanctuary protected by the gods, a land of simple and kind, poor but happy people. You're quite well versed in these horsey catchphrases. It was your people who discovered and abused the power of Iridium, which ruined everything. You know that countless people drowned beneath the waves you stirred. As the music stops. And it is this guilt that led you people to weave your illusions into the fantasy of Yarag, a paradise where one can reap the benefits of Iridium with none of the costs. You imagine purity because you know filth, innocence because you know deception, magnanimity because you know opportunism, piety because you know nihilism. I don't like this guy. I don't trust him, but that was a damn bar. Holy shit. How then can you see the farmers who've left their homeland behind, the craftsmen whose unfinished goods pile up like a mountain, and the hunters who return home empty-handed? You might even deny the existence of these people so that you may feel at ease when you swallow the blood and sweat of us savages to purify your souls. As an investigative journalist, it is my responsibility to spread the truth, and I am hardly the only Victorian who cares about the truth regarding Yarag. Young lady, you promised to spread the truth about Yarag across the lands, yet your lenses are pointed at those who are more lost, more deserving of pity. I forgot about that interview. The reporter has really good design too. You just bars with bars inside them, dude. For real. Absolutely spitting. I still don't like him, but... Do you think we should call this truth or simply a fable? I must admit, your questions have left me chagrined. Be it my colleagues or myself, it is hard to set down our morbid curiosity as onlookers. All you need to know is that Yarag's belongings are not playthings sitting behind the glass of a Victorian shop. Yarag does not and will not need anyone's pity or charity. Yarag will always be the people of Yaragander, the home of the Yarag people. Alright, I think I'm convinced now. So, in your opinion, this catastrophe will not shake the people's faith in Yaragander? To be honest, Yarag's faith is undergoing a serious test. I cannot deny that this catastrophe has sown the seeds of darkness in the hearts of the people, causing them to gradually turn to violence and selfishness, abandoning many of their former virtues. But was all of this due to a catastrophe? A seed cannot germinate without the proper soil. Shit, I wanna hate him more, but his bars are so good. A seed cannot germinate without proper soil. This writing is fire. How's come up with this? The current turmoil in Yarag only proves that people's beliefs had already changed long before the catastrophe itself, and the cause of all this is Enciodes. Whoa! Are you referring to Mr. Enciodes Silverash, the chairman of Carlin Trade? You can't drag his ass on live TV. For thousands of years, Yarag has been spared from catastrophe by our adherence to the order laid down by our god. However, the Vinebead Court is not the rigidly conservative institution that outsiders think. Even in the era before power was restored to the three clans, records in the Vinebead Court's Hall of Writings confirm that the court was involved in, and sometimes even instrumental to, the vast majority of changes across Yarag's history. Pointing fingers on TV, old man making moves. Dude, Ozzo knows how to navigate this mess. This was like... I feel like this was a plan all along. I wonder if he's in cahoots with the Victorians. Because he was having his conversation with Enya. Was it before? I was like right before she almost got shot. Before she got shot, before Cliffheart almost died, before Gulo got his shit rocked and Arctos almost died. Yeah, I don't trust him. However, we simply remind ourselves constantly of the wisdom and virtue she taught to us, ensuring that each step we take does not become counterproductive. And this order formed through the Vinebead Court has proven its reliability and stability over the long years. Yet when you don your skis and snowboards and zoom down our snow-capped peaks, how often do you turn back to look at those who lack the condition and ability to keep up? Damn. No matter how much you might want to turn back and wait, the falling snow will obstruct your view until the acceleration carried upon the winds engulfs your every thought. You believe that Yarag's current reforms are too radical? Therefore, if anyone can be held responsible for the current state of Yarag, it can only be Ensiodes. So, as an elder of the Vinebead Court, are you planning to make any change in response to this situation? No, I won't lightly say that I'll be making any changes myself. I simply believe that for thousands of years, the enemies of Yaragander have all vanished into the snowdrifts of history. Castor also mentioned the higher-ups not wanting to work together with Victoria. She did just say that, you're right. So they're both operating in their own way. They're operating independently, but somehow with a mutual benefit, or mutual interest, rather. Uh-oh. Asheen! The registration documents are all here. Please make sure this envelope makes its way to Mr. Edelweiss of Carlin Trade. Don't worry, we were established by Carlin Trade and know Mr. Edelweiss very well. There won't be any mistakes. Glad to hear it. What's everyone yapping about? Elena turns her head somewhat nervously. After the catastrophe, the people of Yarag have largely preferred to remain at home, with one exception, the market. Hundreds of people crowded together in residential areas, temples, stores, and street stalls, sorrow on their faces matching the gloomy weather. At the far end of the market, Joanna's gesturing to her with her hands, her mouth open as if beckoning her to come quickly. You right there. Gotta keep a low profile. She's very expressive. Elena lowers her head and turns her face away, hurrying away against the flow of pedestrians. Countless Yarg people brush past her, while another Rhine Lab employee squeezes into the crowd and follows the current. Huh? You're alive? You made it? Why should we choose the most crowded place? Are you following her? Snowhunter's gonna shoot your ass, girl. People are forced to gather here in order to barter for necessities or to receive relief supplies. That they suppress their fears, a fact worn on their sleeves, many of them showing up in not but simple local attire. Carolyn instinctively pulls her coat in tighter, walking past the men and women until she stops at the entrance to a quiet little temple. She leans against the door frame, its paint worn and peeling, and hesitantly turns her head to look around, searching for someone else who has an appointment. Damn it, the bell already rang. All I wanted was to find a place to continue my research. Why am I stuck doing this kind of work? She pounds the wall next to her angrily until suddenly a hoarse question reaches her ears. Oh, lost lady, why do you treat the property of Yaragander in such a manner? Damn. I'm sorry. How should I make amends? There's no need for that. Set everything down and come with me. Should it be agreeable to you, please rest in the courtyard. I shall explain the profundity of the scriptures to you so as to soothe your restless heart. Science lady gonna get preached to. Sucker. The old man unlocks the temple gate, and Carolyn pauses apprehensively to look around before stepping inside. The devotee then follows her in and shuts the gate again. You gonna get jumped? Is this the one that we saw earlier? You're the one they mentioned, the one who can bring me out. Choosing to meet up here is incredibly risky, is it not? People are undoubtedly going to be anxious in the aftermath of catastrophe. Wandering around in a sparsely populated open areas is only going to invite more suspicion. Let's get down to business. We don't have time to waste. Have you acquired all the intel? I have, but it's not meant for you. The Duke of Castor's men promised that once they took me over the mine, I'd be able to leave Yarag via the internal railway. So she is in cahoots with them. Why? I don't know what they told you, but now is the time for you to do your part. The mine is currently in the handover period. Once the Victorians have finished their inspection, I will take you there to meet them. I ask for your patience, madam. It is a precious virtue indeed. Arknight cahoots? I have wanted to do that, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think that would be fun. I don't know if you have to pay for it, though. Probably. And if so, what it would cost. I hope this is the last time. Gang, gang. Did you hear that? Hear what? Sounded a bit like thunder. How strange. Seems to come from the mountains. And also, achoo! What's this? The tip of my nose feels all chilly. Huh? That's weird. Why is it snowing again? We're in the middle of the snowy season. What's so strange about that? No, that can't be. Even at this time of year, there are always signs before it starts snowing. The girl lifts her head, her expression suddenly turning serious. It's snowing, but it doesn't smell like snow. It's very strange. Uh-oh, that's not good. An old man once said that the snow only loses its scent when something truly terrible is about to happen. Is Yaragander warning us again? Divine will is less important than how heavy the snowfall is going to be and how it will threaten our safety. As for the scent of snow you mentioned, the air temperature and humidity change before it snows, which may give off the illusion of a peculiar scent. She's shutting down all of her. They are truly at odds in their beliefs. So it makes for a very interesting dynamic. But there is the smell of rain, which is a lovely smell. And I always forget the name, but we've talked about it a few times. So I'm going to look it up right now. The smell of rain. What's it called? Petrichor. Petrichor. Yeah. Petrichor candle. Is there a there's a Petrichor candle. $75. I'm gonna try and get a Petrichor candle. Actually, maybe I'll put it on my throne. Elena's probably talking about the same thing in the end, right? Talking Petrichor. But is there snow Petrichor? I don't know. I don't like standing outside when it's snowing, so. $70 for candle? Yeah, single candle. No, sorry, that wouldn't be the one I'd put on my throne, don't worry. I would not ask for a $75 candle. I can't even legally have candles in my apartment, so. But to treat this as some way of gauging the weather, or even as a divination of some sort is, well, I frankly don't think it makes any sense. She's so mean. No, the scent of snow is the scent of snow, not some other smell. Garagander's giving hunters a keen sense of smell and eyes I can see in the dark. On the snowfields, we know much more than you do. Okay, then, I don't mean to question your personal experience, but I still have to act according to my own experience. As Elena speaks, she sets up the observation equipment and begins to carefully record the data. The girl pouts discontentedly, looking at the device with a distinctively old-fashioned Yarag look. Her pouting face is so funny. She looks so angry. That lump of metal of yours been beeping this entire time, and it's heavy too. We would have gotten your way sooner without having to lug it around. But it's how we can make sure that every step we take is safe and secure. After a catastrophe, we must be extremely cautious inside Iridium zones. Every step you take, every move you make. A sudden gust of wind rises, causing Elena to stumble, but Joanna catches her from behind, just in the nick of time. Cute. Thanks. Huh. The chilly snowflake-laced wind sweeps over them, and all other noise ceases, save for the whistling wind and its sharp, biting cold. Where's Pramnix at? How did the temperature drop so sharply all of a sudden? Is this... Hey, there you are. Next line, yet again. I know of a deserted village up ahead. Let's head over there and find a house to shelter in. Enya, who's been lagging behind the group because she was flipping through her notebook, steps in between the two. She stretches her palms out, her fingertips only slightly reddened from the cold. Come, take my hand. When are they going to get their new altar designs? I've been wondering. It's been a while throughout this event. I feel like Hoshiguma got hers like maybe a third to like halfway through Atto. I'm trying to think the last story that I read where there was an altar. The fresh snow is too slippery and the terrain here is steep as well. It would be terrible if someone slipped and fell here. I love this trio. This is a great group. You're both hesitating. Do you not want to hold my hands? Yo, both of you are gay as fuck. Grab the pretty lady's hands. Anya, I mean, Your Holiness, No, thank you. One hand extends forward. I'm just doing this for Her Holiness. She's tsundere too? Joanna turns her head away, but nevertheless places her hand within Enya's. Aww. Snow Hunter's so cute. I like her. Your girlfriend went to get milk only 4 hours ago, and you're already trying to hold hands with 2 other ladies. Saintus works quick. Right? It's times like these where I do miss Yara's sassiness. Phew, thankfully, the temple is in a much better state than the other buildings, because there are still people who come by occasionally to do repairs. The 3 shake off the thick snow from their cloaks. They arrive at the village only briefly before the snow starts to come down heavily, fluttering down like feathers. You two, go ahead and rest. I'll see if the fireplace here can still be lit. You can usually find a small woodshed behind the village temple. I'll go take a look. Need my help? I'm good. Didn't you say you were going to do the weather forecast? Just go do your thing. I've already set it up. The measuring device will automatically gather data from our surrounding area, so I can help you carry... I told you I'm good. Don't follow me. Before Elena can even stand up, Joanna already manages to feel out the small door behind the temple statue with practice ease. The layout of any Yarag monastery is more or less the same. The girl rushes out back and the door slams loudly behind her. Did I do something to upset her? Maybe just a little, but not that much. Don't worry about it. Joanna's a kind girl. Even when she's grumpy, she still wants you to be warm. Just like not long ago when she protected me from assassins, even though she despises me. Well, she despises the Silver Ashes. I don't think she despises the Saintess. However, for many of Yarag's villagers, your thoughts and words can hurt them, even if they are without malice. I'm sorry, I was too rash. Yeah, nerd. That's not your fault, nor is it the fault of Yarag's people. If anything is at fault, perhaps it is simply your differences. Very mediator of you. Any sort of communication between people is about these differences. Even partners who work together in the lab, sharing the same ideas and goals, can still have disagreements. Which is why communication and understanding between people is so precious. You are so smug as you say that, as if you haven't been beefing with your brother for the past, 6 or 7 years. How long has it been? Whatever. They did have that conversation by the fireplace before her pilgrimage, so Enya folds her cloak and puts it aside, points to a snowflake on it that is not yet melted. Oh, look at that. Snowflake? People of Yereg sometimes use snowflakes that have not melted upon stepping indoors as a form of divination. These unbroken, branch-like snowflakes are a sign that our journey will be smooth. According to folklore, the snow is a messenger protected by Yeragander, carrying important truths and omens. It can predict the harvest, the hunt, craftsman's hammerfall, and even quarrels between friends and lovers. Lovers, you say? Some may say that this iconic tree-like hexagonal snowflake with well-defined branches is a sign of good fortune, but others just as easily see within it a broken connection, an omen of disaster. And so, regardless of what happens in the end, the fortune teller always has something to say. Worst case scenario, they always say the diviner you met was just bad. The movement of the stars has already revealed the truth long ago, and use that to defend their authority. You also seem quite knowledgeable about divination, Helena. You could say that I've had some run-ins with them due to family circumstances. In any case, most divination has nothing to do with revealing the truth. It's just a form of self-delusion and sophistry. There go your mean words again. A place where no people wish to go has no roads leading to it. If a problem does not exist, there will be no solution created to resolve it. Fate is a fickle thing, just as your science should acknowledge that there are many things on this land that cannot be controlled or predicted. On this great land, we are but tiny people trying to grasp a glimmer of the prophetic and the true. Is this so different from the origins of scientific discovery? Knowledge is what makes people feel safe and allows them to face an unreasonably uncertain future. In a sense, coincidence, probability, and fate are all the same concept. Fate falls on many, just as this snowflake has fallen on my cloak. I get it. Even placebos can be an efficacious type of medicine. Exactly. But I've also seen many things in modern Yerag. In the past, I always tried to see such strong beliefs as a kind of cultural phenomenon, a ritual, a projection, a form of comfort seeking. But what exactly are they to your people? She asked the question in a soft, subdued voice. The wind outside the window has already subsided significantly. Yereg Saintus looks up at the statue of Yeragander on the altar. Beneath a slab of stone engraved with messy markings, several brightly colored figurines sit side by side. There were exhibition goods produced around the time of the Lake Silbernahurst ceremony. By the looks of things, someone brought them to this village temple as an offering to the reclusive Yeragander. The clerics of the Vinebead Court often describe Faith as walking into the darkness without a lamp, or leaping fearlessly into a silent ravine. Everyone always seems to yearn for her. Ascetics, devout believers, faithful followers of the commandments, countless people endure innumerable hardships just to reach her side. But for me, she tries hard to recall, but the memories in her mind are now but struggling fragments, jumping around like frames from a movie, shrouded in a dark haze. A strong emotion surges once more within Enya's heart. Trouble! Joanna suddenly rushes in with a gasp, firewood in her arms, her cheeks flushed from running. I just saw coming down the mountain, lots of Victoria cars heading for the mine. Victorians? That mine is a joint operation with Cashmere's. What are they trying to do there? Have they already picked up our trail? Don't panic just yet. Regardless of what business they have with the mine, we have to hurry. Let's pack up our things and set out immediately. We need to be even more careful and discreet on the road ahead. Just a second, please. I need to pack up my instrument first, and it... Wait, how could this... What are you dawdling around for? Hurry and pack it up. Here, I'll help you. What is this? This moderate catastrophe risk written here. Doesn't mean what I think it means. Catastrophe 2.0? Uh-oh. Forgot they were building the catastrophe meter. That's not good, guys. Catastrophe? Could there be another catastrophe brewing? Dun dun dun. I fear there is. Let's get Shangri-La. Welcome in. Yeah, why are you so mean? Why are you so nasty? Unbelievable. All right, let's do OS6 after. And that'll be the last one we do, I think. Unless it's really short, but probably still. Chester! You're not Chester. You know, it's real hard getting an audience with you these days. The NCO days, finally. NCO days. I'm truly sorry I was unable to attend the matriarch's funeral. Madam Cirrus, I'm deeply saddened by what has befallen the Browntail clan. Please let me know if there's anything Clan Silverash can do to help. Thanks, NCO days. That's not what I came here to discuss. Your visit this time, Madam Cirrus, must be to give me a chance to earn your trust. Well, it's going to be about whatever that missed call was, right? My sister once told me that you're least trustworthy when you lower your head like this. She remembered all of her teachings. I'm so proud of Cirrus, actually. I really am. She's come such a long way. I wonder about your opinion of me then. He's also probably 2 times her height. You don't have to beat around the bush. I don't like it. My sister used to scold me for being impulsive, or for not always thinking things through before I speak or act. I wanted to prove to her that I didn't need to hide under her wing, that I could do something for Clan Browntail. Now, as new matriarch of the clan, there's no one left for me to prove anything to. I understand how you feel. I also have 2 younger sisters. And you think they're both smarter than me, huh? Both Encia and the Saintess? You think too little of yourself, Madam Cirrus. However, I do think they share your persistence and determination. Is Encia okay? I heard she was in an accident. Thank you for your concern. She's safe and sound and has already returned home. You always keep that calm and composed demeanor. What I want to know is, these attacks on Yerag, including what happened to my sister, did you know about them ahead of time? So this is the real reason you decided to visit me today. And Siodes, my sister had been helping you this entire time, isn't that right? I wasn't totally in the dark about it, but it wasn't until her passing that I learned your plans for Victoria, Rhinelab, and what Monch had been investigating. There's too much I don't know anything about. What good's confronting him gonna do? You think he's gonna tell you the truth? I mean, maybe, but who knows? Don't try to deny it. Don't lie to me, Enciodes. You have to know the truth behind her murder. If you truly believe I had a hand in the matriarch's death. No, that's not what I mean. I don't know what Retodos was plotting with you, but I know for sure that whatever it was to protect Yerag. Alright, hang on a second. Where do I... Owl was running around, so I went and picked her up. Come on, meow into the microphone. Do it. Meow into the microphone. Do it. Meow. That was me. It wasn't her. Do it. I'm just shoving her face in the microphone, but she's not saying anything. Come on, you gotta talk. You gotta entertain chat. Come on. I'm wondering if I just hold her up here long enough, she'll get sick and mad at me, and we'll just let out a good meow. I don't think she's going to. She's being very nice though. She's sitting like a person on my lap. Entertain us. She didn't, unfortunately. Oh well. Whatever it was to protect Yerag. So I will follow in her footsteps. Whatever Clan Browntail's affairs may be, I will take responsibility for them. Which is why I need you to tell me exactly what happened to her. She hates us, chat. Unbelievable. What the heck, cat? I can't believe she'd do this. I'm just as disappointed. Don't worry. My apologies, Sir Enciodes, but they were determined to break in no matter what. To what do I owe the honor for you all to barge into my home like this? Sir Enciodes, why did Carlin Trade transfer all its shares in the Yeri Cashmere's joint mining operation to Victoria without authorization? Where did this news come from? It is an observable fact. The mines have completely been taken over by the Victorians. Great Elder Adso believes that such actions by Carlin Trade constitute illegal collusion with a foreign power, and as such, the Vinebeak Court has no choice but to exercise its authority to intervene. Does bro even know that this happened? We require that you report to the Vinebeak Court immediately to explain yourself. If I understand this correctly, the Vinebeak Court means to formally interrogate Clan Silver Ash. The people of Yarag are uneasy enough as it is. The last thing we want is to see this conflict escalate further. However, Sir Enciodes, as the head of the clan, if you still believe you bear responsibility for Yarag, please go to the Vinebeak Court with us to discuss the next steps. Very well. I have no reason to refuse. However, if I am to explain the situation, I will need some time to prepare the relevant documents. Please allow me that. Furthermore, I still have some things to discuss with Madame Cirrus, so I would like to ask for your patience. Of course, Sir Enciodes. Madame Cirrus, thank you for taking the time to look after Encia. I would like to formally invite you to be a guest of Clan Silver Ash. I would also like to thank you for your concern in person, while Encia is present as well. What? It would have been more courteous to have sent the invitation to you in a formal capacity, but given the hasty nature of this matter, the best I can do is to throw something together by hand. I do hope you'll forgive me. The smirk. We look forward to you gracing us with your presence. Before his invitee can respond, Enciodes picks up a pen and paper from the table, scribbles down a few lines, and hands the invitation over. Oh my god, he's getting the receipts. They're all fucked. Maybe. Unless he's gonna pull some other thing. Who knows? He likes to operate on his back foot sometimes. AC, my gym's out, bro. Stairmaster for the first time in a month. Never getting that sweat out of that undershirt I wore. Yeah, just throw it out, man, or sell it online if someone's into that. I would know the Stairmaster, either in a while or ever. I can't think. I feel like I did a long time ago, but that shit's tough, man. Cirrus takes it. There is only an address on the piece of paper, hardly an invitation at all. Thank you for the invitation. Hold on, let me run this back. Thank you for taking the time to look after NC. I'd like to formally invite you to be a guest of Clan Silver Ash. I would like to thank you for your concern and person while NC is present as well. What's at this address? I'll be there on time. To Mr. Edelweiss of Carlin Trade. Is this Ashgene's letter? I hope this letter finds you well. Again, they never find you well. At the time you read this. Is this supposed to be from Ashgene? At the time you read this. I thought she was supposed to be smart. She must be so sleep deprived. Chat, at the time you read this. Forward horror story. AC out of gym is horrifying, right? Micah, how you doing? For like 2 weeks? Dude, what? Actually insane. I hope this letter finds you in a well. Honestly, after a night of drinking, it's possible. Break out the tech. Oh shit, you're right. Sorry. My bad. By the time you are reading, by the time you are reading this, I'm yet to receive sitrep authorization from Rhinelab, so please take note. This letter does not, in any capacity, serve as an agreement or treaty between Rhinelab and Carlin Trade. Rather, it only represents my personal analysis on the recent phenomena in Yarag. My specimen comes from the sound waves collected by the observation station at 3:19 a.m. on December 7th, 1101. It's the coffee writing, not her. I was gonna say she's so sleep deprived and straight on caffeine fumes. Do the bolos on my work always have 2 typo minimum? What? That's actually crazy. What? December 7th, a day which I live in infamy. December 7th, a bad day. The day they took Monch from us. Coffee, that salt still lingers. El Captio really took one for the team. Rip in peace, as dead as Ratodos. I will remember you, El Captio. I remember you fondly. I can say for certain that at a time, an unidentified object fell from the sky onto Mount Carlin. Though the chain of evidence definitively linking the phenomena is still missing, a catastrophe did in fact occur 32 hours later. I do not intend to establish a causal link between these two things. If this crash is a singular event in history, then so too is the catastrophe. What I am preparing to do is to confirm whether or not there is an empirical connection between these two events. Additionally, do forgive my frankness, but if the hypothesis that these two events are linked does bear out, the outcome for Yerag is not optimistic. Whatever factor that has protected Yerag from catastrophe over the millennia may no longer be effective, or at least be in a usable state. I would of course love to write this off as a mere conjecture, but nevertheless, I also hope that Carlin Trade will be adequately mindful of the potential risks moving forward. Carolyn, an insider with more detailed information, has likely made similar inferences, but I am in the dark as to what her objectives are at this moment. I will strive to complete this research while maintaining an objective and rational perspective, and would greatly appreciate Carlin Trade's support in my efforts. Respectfully, Elena Urbica. What a nice letter. The scary man. The racist man. Come in. Damn. Carlin Trade employee with dead eyes. Yo, so relatable. I was just looking for you, Director. Take this letter over to NCODES. Classify it top secret. Yes, sir, right away. Any other news? Yes, the observation post previously dispatched to the mining site has sent back a sighting report. A convoy bearing Victorian markings is approaching the outskirts of the mine, but the specific origins are unknown. Matterhorn led his clansmen there ahead of time. He said that you would try to stall for as much time as possible and await your judgment. Matterhorn's fucking him, bro. He's so cool. Absolute dog. I gotta level him up. The Victorians would have come sooner or later. Looks like we won't have to wait any longer. Prepare vehicles as soon as possible. Matterhorn may not be able to hold them off for long. Tell him to let the other party make the first move and prioritize observation. I'll arrive shortly. This guy. It's the cheetah man. The leopard man. Oh my god. I have a crazy thing from what fell from the sky. I haven't read. Wait, you haven't read this? Good thing there's a pink boy online that'll read it to you. It's the angel from Mass Travels. Hold up, you might be onto something. 5-head dude. Who? All right, I'm X's. You guys are O's. Where are you guys going? Bottom right? All right. All right, where are you going next? Where his brain freezes an avalanche. It's an elevator for his thoughts to leave his brain and arrive at his mouth. Bottom left. Shame. All right, where to next? I think this is a tie. Hard to take him seriously with the undershirt, right, dude? Top mid. You guys drew a dick on his head. You guys drew a dick on his head. Are you happy with yourselves? Exceptionally good job. Right? It's a tie. Anyway, that was fun. You drew the veins. Hey, 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 what? Damn. You're not wrong, but holy moly. 4x4 tic-tac-toe is where it's at. I can't say I've played. Need a bigger forehead for that, I think. Absolute goober. Sorry, which one did you say that you're reading, Vodka? Is that the Wong event? John hairline recession is crazy. Most lurking because I just got home. I'm luxuriating in 5 Fetty bunnies. Things are going well. 5 Fetty bunnies, and you're not sharing. First of 1,000 autumns, Wongman. Yeah, nice. That's what I had to do to play with the kids so it didn't always stalemate. Yeah, like I feel like if you know how to play tic-tac-toe, it'll typically always end with a tie. He starts every sentence with "I think." Like, damn, no kidding. I sure hope so. Does he say "I'm heading out" every time he leaves? Okay, peak meal dinner, air fried potatoes and chicken nuggets. Yo, enjoy those carbs, baby. And like get your own, I'd be monopolizing them if I had more money. Fair enough. Yo, you know what I realized I haven't bought yet is the Swire Altar little like 3D figure thing. You know, the little like chibi one they made in Aya, and I want to say it's like Earl as well at the same time. I don't know why Neural's there, but I need to buy that. I need to find it on eBay for a reasonable price and buy it. Use before head, forehead, and after head. Oh my god. PVC summer. Yeah. I think I could buy the individual one. I can't think of any good head puns. You guys are hitting the nail on the head. Oh! Get it? What's good, monster? Big forehead. That's what we're saying. Make fun of this guy. I'm warning you, don't get in our way if you know what's good for you. I'm simply following orders. The area head's a restricted warehouse, and nobody's allowed to enter without Carlin trade permission. Has no one informed you that House Castor has acquired all of Cashimir's rights to this site? To the best of my knowledge, the handover process is still underway. We were only notified by Cashimir's yesterday. Just why we have to inspect all the assets in advance. If you have any complaints, you can take them up with Her Grace the Duke. God, how many times must I... If you have any... That was a bad Y, sorry. I'm in a weird position to try and... If you have any complaints, you can take them up with Her Grace the Duke. There we go. Now listen to your betters and open the warehouse door post haste. Hey! Gnosis, freeze his ass. Finally, someone worth talking to. Don't you f***ing dare disrespect Matterhorn like that ever again. Try to strong arm without any leverage, right? He's talking fancy and he has this stupid matching undershirt. Hate it. I hate it. Mr. Gnosis Edelweiss of Carlin Trade. It seems the introduction I prepared will be going to waste, good sir. Of course, naturally, you also understand who I'm representing here. Due to your mismanagement and the resultant substantial financial losses, Her Grace the Duke has decided to dismiss some key employees of Carlin Trade employed at this site, including the former executive manager. To this I have no objection. I will cooperate fully during this handover process. Excellent. Now then, Mr. Edelweiss, please open the warehouse door. However, on this point alone, I cannot comply. What Matterhorn said is true. There are indeed regulations pertaining to this confidential warehouse. I humbly ask for yours and Her Grace's understanding. Based on the information I have, the security clearance level on this warehouse was raised just recently. What do you say to this, Mr. Edelweiss? Allow me to explain. This warehouse is mainly used to store various kinds of industrial waste, but recently the purification system and negative pressure ventilation system both malfunctioned. We temporarily raised the security clearance level and strictly restricted access in the interim before professionals can handle the situation. I fully understand Her Grace's concern about the assets acquired, but for your safety, could I ask that this inspection be postponed? I accept the risks at hand. Just open the door. All else aside, this is Yarag's mine. Should pollutants leak or any other dangerous situations arise, Yarag does not rule out the right to intervene through administrative measures. Before you offer to take responsibility, I suggest you contact Her Grace the Duke once more. Why's this guy got such a big hat? What's going on here? Good to see you again, Mr. Matterhorn. Pardon me, Father. I'm afraid he'll have to ask you to wait at reception for now. I currently have business with our diplomatic guest. Mr. Edelweiss, I was expressly invited here by the Victorians. Since when is the Vinebead Court so concerned with temporal affairs? Today, both the clan leadership and the general public are dissatisfied with the way Carlin Trade has been engaging with Victoria. The Great Elder has summoned Sir Anciotes to an inquiry into the matter. Perhaps you will also need to report to the Vinebead Court soon. Why then would a clerical feel a need to accept an invitation to come here before that? I wish to ensure a smooth handover process and hope that Carlin Trade is willing to cooperate to the fullest extent. Please open the warehouse door, Mr. Edelweiss. Given that power has been restored by the three clans, perhaps the Vinebead Court would be more representative of Yarag's administrative measures. Blake Stare knows this. Matterhorn, open the door. Uh-oh. Gnosis freezes balls, right? It's his son, the forehead. It's double the size. Oh my god. No way. That's what he's hiding under the hood, is his forehead? Call it a 8-head at that point. The door slowly opens. The Victorian ambassador is caught unaware by the dust that diffuses from within. He squints and fans the air in front of him with his hand. There's neither the smell of industrial waste nor the texture of iridium dust. The ambassador's eyes gradually adjust to the vast, unobstructed warehouse within, which is nothing but scrap metal. As I stated, there's nothing here but industrial waste. Please leave as soon as you finish your inspection. Staying here for an extended period of time would be detrimental to your health. Everyone stay put. I'm conducting the inspection myself. Just a warehouse, bro. As soon as he enters the warehouse, he feels the vast space around him dilating in all directions, the steel frame stretching straight to the ceiling, surrounded by scrap metal of all shapes and sizes. There's no way such a large warehouse was set up just to store these things. It's far too pretentious. He approaches the bottom of one of the shelves and reaches out to rummage through it with no particular aim in mind. The clanging of metal echoes through the warehouse. Wait, it's still half intact, and I can still make out the insignia of Silver Ash's private army, the Shagata. Were these originally weapons and gear not improperly disposed of after being thrown in the shredder? An idea bubbles up, and he keeps looking elsewhere. Though Carlin Trade has been quite meticulous, a few clues are bound to leak through this. Of this, he's certain. Replicas of the Victoria's newest equipment, as well as large caliber naval gun parts. All failures, unable to break through the technical barrier. The army designations, the insignias, many other terms in the Yaragi language. He quietly memorizes them all. Sir, are you done yet? Yes, I am. Stupid leopard man. Originium pipe bomb? Yeah, explode his balls. The ambassador returns to the group. I've more or less seen what I need to see, Mr. Edelweiss. I will summarize the entire situation and faithfully report it to the Duke. Sir, the intentional railway in the mining state has just been cleared, and you haven't had time to inspect it yet. Does Victoria also need to use that internal railway? Yes, we've contacted a number of suppliers for quotes. Using the internal railway can significantly reduce transportation costs. Father, is the Vinebead Court aware of this? If you are so keen to get involved in diplomatic affairs, Carlin Trade hopes that you will also be willing to verify any business entities that wish to join. Gnosis' concern interrupts the thoughts of the Vinebead Court envoy, who then looks away from the railway. That would require the Great Elder's input. I understand. By Irrigander, I ask that the Vinebead Court not make things difficult for Enciotes. I will remain at Carlin Trade's headquarters, awaiting your summons. By Irrigander. Things are heating up, fellas. Things are heating up, fellas. The next one's called Incense and Shadows. We're not gonna read the little blurb because that is the skip. But that is where we are going to call it tonight. Vinebead Court getting mega sus. Dude, I've been saying for a while, I haven't been a fan of them. I think their beef is it runs deeper than even like Arctos's conservatism. So definitely interested to see what Odso continues to yap about, and how these other things play out. Like who was on the other line of that call with Sirius, what receipts is Enciote is getting. Leto, thank you to end it. Yes, thank you. Arketo. I feel like there's something else I wanted to look at too, though.
Has you-know-who been to Rhodes Island? Oh, so he spent a whole day sitting in the reception before you shoot him out? Thanks for that. It's fine. I've got nothing to say to him anyway. He wasn't there when I needed him. And now he feels bad enough to try to make up for it? Размечтался.
Hit him with the Russian. I love Leto. Certified hater. Skate art goes so hard too. Shout out Leto. So cool. I feel like there was something else I wanted to look at, and I don't remember what it was. Was it Snow Hunter? Did I want to listen to Snow Hunter's voice? I think that might have been it. Where are you? There you are. What's your actual voice?
Whoa! Head up, chest out, swing your tail. Good! Treating my disease is something that deserves the greatest gratitude a hunter can give. Look
Not
how
quite
this
the pioneer
reward
voice that I
snorts
gave
and
her.
kicks. It's the strongest that I've hunted. I'm not sure why the medics won't accept it.
I really like her. I think she's fun. Is it the last chance for these skins? Yeah, 8 hours. All right. Let's see. I don't have Ling. This one is cool though, I will say. I do like all the stuff going on in the back. The Dusk one's really pretty. How many of you got the Dusk skin? Very nice. I actually do like the U one as well, but I'm not gonna grab it. Surfer one's cute. I do like the Surfer one. Delay. Do not touch it. Oh, okay. Surfer's outfit's cool. I agree. I'm tempted. The Viviana skin. All right, hold on. I spy with my little eye. I don't know how the fuck they saw this. Where is it? Where is bro's head? It's just like barely poking out of somewhere. On top of the roof. Yeah. The Jolie outfit. I do have Jolie now. Should I get some from my son-in-law? Right? I got him, I think. I just didn't get stainless. Yeah. Give another skin. Oh no, I'm getting that one. Live 2D one's cool. I forgot about this one. This one's way too cool. I'll be getting that one. I thought he had another one. Yeah, the couple fit. All right, what else we got? Almond skin, cute. Dana skin, cute. Fuck it. Fuck it. He's got a good looking ass in that. Highmore skin. This is very nice actually with the umbrella. Honeyberry. It is America says. The Jackie Chan one's really good. Yeah, I do like that one. I like him like sitting in his vibe there. Ling's got a bunch of good skins, man. It's unfair. This Nian one's very sassy. I have all of Bagpipe's other skins. Absinthe. Not a real Children of Ursus. Sorry. Ashlock. Drunk Penance. What does this note say? Who wrote that? Who wrote that to you? Chungy's movie skin lacks regional voice, so I stick with it. Really? Oh, that sucks. That's too bad. You remember when who is this? Do you remember when the greatest ass of Yencha? It's true, it's true. When I think it was Virtuosa's live 2D skin came out without the English voice, that was disappointing. I don't know who this is. The best pendant skin to ever exist, not because of the drunk, because she goes when hitting people with her hammer. That is actually really funny. Do I have it? Does she have another skin? Am I being dumb? No, I just have her on her E2. I love her E2 art. Her E2 art is really good. This one's nice. Yeah, Penance was one of the characters that I learned about before I started playing the game. It was her and there's someone else. Oh, Pajemka. It was her and Pajemka. Remember, in this case, is her purse. All right, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. I don't know who Tsukinogi is. Konoplat, I don't give a fuck about. Slutty Puzzle Skin. Slutty Puzzle Skin is good. Is a good one. Jiyun. Jiyun has a cool design, I will say. Vigil. Dorothy skin. Let me get this Quirkus skin. Deserve. We get a little quirky. Role-playing script. Whisperain. I want to try Whisperain. Look at those back shots, dude. It's such a cool design. Look at the penning skill animation. Here's the frames. What did they do to Lino? She using the purse. That is really good. So you're gonna use the first Abjurer, not very functional kit. Tragic. Luna Cub, cute. I'll get this one. I do really like this skin and Luna Cub's design in general. Minimalist, eat shit, Myrtle. I like your drummer one. Harmony, very bratty. Wait, how'd you get those plushies? How can I get those plushies? Who's in the back there? Kitty. I use this skin because I like her OG chibis, but holy moly, it's the best S1 animation, right? That is good. Irene, your gamer skin is the best skin in the game. Lumen, I think I would want to get your Sanrio one if that ever reruns. Roberta, I probably should get this one at some point. Hey, it's the guy from Enfield. Ebenholtz, that one is good. Journey, chill. The Saga skin. Actually insanely good. You should need her E2 level 50 because she's super stat dependent. She needs Use the attack for kills, inner talent skill. I like Lunica. I'm not opposed to using her. The problem is she's a marksman, right? She's not a hunter, I don't think. I think she's a marksman. And I'm just gonna get clowned on if I level up yet another one. A third Sanrio? I think he's Sanrio, right? So she is Deadeye. Oh, okay. Stainless, I don't have Stainless. Beeswax, I don't have Beeswax. Ashen. Wait, that chibi's so cute. Why do I feel like I've not seen this skin? Is that Ferdinand? Is that supposed to be Ferdinand? Crusader skin's nice, but regular Crusader has monster thighs, so. Because I've yelled about Ferdinand and I don't remember that at all. Sorry. Reviso. It's a good skin. Manticore. Holy shit. Manticore, where are your clothes? Girl. Sister, you're exposing a lot here. You also get in some crazy positions in your sprite, I'm pretty sure. In my room. Guy who doesn't play RA and hasn't seen this in full glory. Listen. I'm afraid of RA. Suzerain, no. Mint, I like your other skin. The other one's too good. This one is cute though. Scene, I like this skin too. Golden Glow, you have too many skins. Gray, I don't care about your ass. Honeyberry, has the embargo been lifted, guys? Can I level up Honeyberry? I leveled up Mulberry, and Mulberry is one of my go-to medics. But can I finally level up Honeyberry, please? Please, 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 please. It's been years. Cool, thank you. Sarskin's good. Wildmane so funny. Her chibi's so funny. The big ass eyes, big ass smile. Akafuyu, I always forget you exist. Mudrock, I have one of your other skins. Aventurine. Cornelian. Flamebringer, that's a good skin too, actually. Black Knight, good one too. Claudia, nah. Gnosis, I'm torn on this one. I want Gnosis to have a cool skin because I like him, but I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is the one I want because I kind of like his stupid hat, but the red, the extra red on the coat's pretty cool. All right, fuck, I'll get it. I like the hat. I think it's dumb, but I like the hat. I'll get it anyway. Aurora, too much clothes. Take it off, girl. Austa, eat shit. Kirara, I should get this one. Who or why or when did the embargo ever? I don't think there actually was one, to be honest. I just kind of treated it as if there was one. Still don't have Lava Purgatory. Mr. Nothing, eat shit. Beater. Beater's so silly. Chobe. I still don't think I have a Chobe skin. Yo, the art on this waifu skin's crazy. I don't have a Salic skin. I like the other Mulberry skin that I have, but this one's kind of cool. Tuye. So bratty looking. Would I like Tuye, you guys think? Heavy Rain. Siege. Indra lesbian skin. Scavenger lesbian skin. Palace. It's a smug Palace. Oh my gosh. Rosa skin. I have your other skin now. Cornelian. Leonhardt. Kafka. All right. Fuck. I got too silly. Enjoy my sleep nights. I use sleep nights from the Minos event. Or you need to recharge for lazy. Shit, man. You like 2A? You does like 2A? I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything about Tomimi either. Why is she so white? Project Red, I still don't have either. Side Roca, those things would kill me. J, Mood. Assessia has so many good skins too. Mountain, I like Mountain's other skin, but this one is cool too. Flint, Air Scarp, I don't have you. Blaze, Courier, Vigna, Thorns, I don't have Thorns. Zima, I like your other skin, Zima. This is so cool. Fuganogi, I just learned who you are today. Perfumer, I have your other skin. Text, I have your other skin. Courier, Exo, I have your other skin. Clifford, I don't have a skin for. Shining, Skyfire, I don't have. Ifrit, I have your other skin. Sora, Neural, Rope, Scotty Apple skin is also one of the best skins in the game. Province, Pirate, Silver Ash, other Chobe. Wait, this croissant skin's kind of crazy. What do you mean she has the motorcycle in it? That's funny as hell. Meteorite, I still don't have either. The dangers of massive outfit reruns. I've never had this problem. This Jessica skin is very funny. Nightingale, I have the Feeding Gale skin. Firewash, this one's actually cute, I gotta say. Suzu, Lanhart, April, Schwartz. I think I have the Rainbow Six one. This one's on par with the Penance one. Kramanix, pretty. Weedy, I have the other Weedy skin. Elysium, Firewash, Feeder, Chen, Bliscarm. I have the Combat Bliscarm one too. Most of them have the other one. Assessia, Gorani, Doberman. I do love that Doberman skin. Saria. This is your Lone Trail one, right? I think I have the other one. Angelina, I have the other one. Don't look. Midnight. Magellan. Ooh, should I get the Estina outfit? Beyonder one's funny. Phantom. This one is actually really fucking cool. To me, is one of my fave design decisions. She's a black caiman. They are the smaller version of Croc and have a round belly, so they made her extra short and made her tail extra fat. That's so cool. Where is she? Is she brought up in the summer events? Hey, it's Glaucus. Oh, that's her adaptive equipment you guys were talking about. Bibeek. I forgot about Bibeek. I love Bibeek. Arian Twink. Hung. Shirayuki with your little critter. And there we go. Welfare from Great Chief. Oh, okay. So I'll actually get her. Why did I not buy this before? Streak's over. Hold up. Choto.
I will not step back. Not even if this shield shatters the very next second. Not because of my loyalty, but because of my conviction.
Look at the eyeliner on him. Look at his guy liner. You seeing this? Crazy skin. He's hot. Conviction mentioned. Surprised he has a plus block module. Wait. Matterhorn. That's actually really good. Father's robe. Damn. Give you mind freak. That's crazy. One day. Hell yeah, Matterhorn. That's our first ever summer skin. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't get any OP from that. I was actually hoping to get some. Outfit voucher. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. All right. Sorry. If your skin's at the end of the line, too late. This is a you problem, not a me problem. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, whether you're lurking, chatting here the whole time, you're proud of the time. Thank you for the support. We're going to be hopping into a raid momentarily, so I do ask, don't go anywhere, even if you're on Instagram with the stream. If you guys hop in the raid to show them support, I'd appreciate it, and they'll appreciate it as well. Matterhorn's actually ridiculously good. Pick an IS. Yeah, I actually did want to give him a try. I do. I'm so glad Matterhorn got the 4 block instead of Bubble or Cork, plus defense so much better on them. Yeah, honestly, it makes sense. Hell yeah. We like Matterhorn. We like Matterhorn here. I'm gonna hold you on that ratio solvent, Soggy, right? Sog, you better. You better. But hashtag you, Benny, rated if you're sub, throw your favorite Benny emote in there at the end. If you're not sub, no worries. Throw your favorite emote in there at the end. Make it look cool, make it look fun. We're gonna find someone to show them support to this evening. Unfortunately, we do not have any other scheduled streams for the rest of the week, but we will be back next week where we'll be finishing retracing our steps probably over the course of 2 streams. So probably Monday and Tuesday. And then if I'm able to swing a 3rd stream, we might bring back nonary games, or maybe we'll do some side quests in Enfield. I don't know. But let's see who is live. Let's see who we can show some support to. Like I said, you guys, as always, even if you aren't able to check out for the stream, if you guys hop in the raid, show them support. I'd appreciate it. No, they'll appreciate it as well. Let's see. How about a couple of options, actually. Why don't we show some support to Die? They're doing a cooking stream, and honestly I could probably use some inspiration because I still need to schedule one. So Die's super cool, super fun. I know you guys will like them. Let's show support to them. And like I said, you guys, even if you aren't able to share out for the stream, if you guys could hop in the raid, show them support, I'd appreciate it, and I know they'll appreciate it as well. I don't know, is massive and IS-0? IS-0 I'll never get to play. And IS-3 because it's Walmart Faust. You take purple shot like a champ. The HP buffs because of his res. Even sorry to go down. That's actually insane. All right, shout out Matterhorn. Matterhorn the GOAT. I only picked him because he was an absolute Giga Chad, hanging out, dealing with political conversations on behalf of the entire Clan Silver Ash. but he's him. He's him in more ways than none. Hey, Coach Young, butter noodles. Bluey, do you want me to die? Ain't that shit spicy? That word just sounds spicy. My tongue is burning just reading that. No, I do need to schedule that. It'll probably be this fall though, most likely. But hope you guys are looking forward to it. You'll be fine. I won't be fine. I'm weak. I'm white. I'm a little guy. All right, you guys, have an awesome... Stop! Knock it up. Shut up. All right, have a great night, you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I will see you guys... I will see you when I see you. Have a great night. Follow on socials, join the Discord, all that fun stuff. Take care, rest up, and kiss your cat goodnight. All right, bye.